Hey, peace, y'all. What's up? Listen, this I'm freestyling today. It's Freestyle Friday. So bless you, Mick. This is
Thank you.
Freestyle Friday, so y'all can just let's talk to each other. Y'all come in the comments. Let's talk about some things. See what's going on, y'all.
Quit acting like you tired like that. Like this
It's
just
not. Listen. I'm not tired as it relates to here, but let me tell you what I'm tired of.
talk to me.
Flint, Michigan. What the hell?
I thought you was gonna say you was mad about Michigan losing. I damn near fell out last night.
No,
I went
yeah,
to
I
bed.
am. No, I ain't gonna lie. I am mad about that. I don't even want to discuss that. I'm more than a tad bit upset about that. But
Okay,
all right.
well go ahead and go what you were saying. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but I'm upset about that. I'm go blue, hell, all that. Still, they lost, go blue. But I am just disappointed in my city. Like, man, we got what's going on with us, y'all? I don't even know. I don't even know where to start, where to nothing. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Ciao, Kathleen. Listen, it's so much going on. You don't know where to begin, where to end. Well, first of all, I want to say my condolences to the family of the young man that lost his life over there on Dayton and Baker yesterday. Y'all, we got to do better. If the story was correct that I heard about how this young man got killed and why this young man got killed, we need to tighten up. Um, Being upset and jealous about, your baby mama having a baby by somebody else and you killing somebody over seriously, man, you a sucker. Y'all just gotta stop being so weakened in your feelings. Go see somebody about that because you gotta go see somebody. Well, my condolences to the family. Brenda Boy. Hi, Brenda. You can't comment because you'll be in really big trouble. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I can't comment because I don't know what happened. I don't really know what happened. I wasn't able to see it or anything like that. And if y'all have ever watched me before, y'all been following me for a while, as I'm sure you have. You know that I really don't speak on things that I don't know anything about. So that's one I gotta bow out gracefully to. So I can't speak on that. However, if somebody wants to give me in the loop, I'm cool with that. They took it down, so I can't watch it. I'm at work most of the time when that's going on, so I don't really get to see a lot of it live. So I wasn't able to see it unfortunately. But hey, what I will say is that sometimes um, sometimes you gotta know you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. And I'm saying that as it relates to speaking about things like that. Like some people just gonna speak and they just be talking just to hear themselves talk. And mm, that's not always the case. You can't do that. But anyway, y'all, that council thing going on, whew, them hearings. So I've been trying to catch up on that and get in that. Like I watched the first parts of it live, but that's a whole ass mess too. I just goodness gracious. Brenda said, team, yeah, but people should never be speaking about a situation that's been invested. That's my point, right? Just zip it. Your opinion is your opinion, right? And that's fine. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But hmm, I have an opinion, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. My opinion is not about that though. My opinion is about people that speak on it, the situations and the people. Yes, Brenda, we do. You can call me anytime. 810-447-3454. Call me, girl. We can talk about it. Um, but um, I think that sometimes we kind of just talked about this a little bit, and I kind of said I wasn't gonna get into it. However, I think that sometimes, um, like you said, investigations should be investigations, and if you get pulled into the investigation or you get asked, that's something different. But just volunteering your opinion when nobody really asked you, I think sometimes you need to shut it up. But hey, um, yeah. Hi Becky, how are you? He made it about him. He talked too much. He making her look bad. I haven't seen it, so I can't really speak about it. My number, Brenda, 810-447-3454. Um, yeah. So I really hate that all of that happened though, because um mm, we just looking away anyway. But listen, what about this? Uh-oh, is this Brenda? Brenda, was that you calling me? Because if so, I got you, and I'm gonna lock you in. Um, the council, the hearings that's going on. What y'all think about that, Miss Brenda? What you think about that, Miss Becky? What you think about that, Kathleen? What you think? Y'all been watching it, keeping up on it?
The
Mickey, what
Congress
you think
contract
about it?
here.
No, I see it.
I,
Oh, okay, you're in Facebook jail, so you got to do YouTube. That's fine, Becky. I can still see your comments. I can see your comments. So, what's your take on it? What you think about that? I've
to
been
be
seeing it,
honest
and
with you, yesterday I thought when Neely was there, he danced around a lot of questions.
I
What
saw
I
that.
did like when Eric, can y'all tell me what's the CFO name? Because I feel like Neely threw him up under the bus. Just my opinion. With Mayor Neely, let me give him his respect.
Yeah.
The mayor,
Mhm.
because because I could have swore when he was testifying the day before, my man said he felt like his job. He was threatened, like he felt that he might lose his job. I could have swore he said that.
He did. He did.
So it was like that what Neely said, man, Neely, like he didn't, Oh, he said, what is the action items to help improve the quality life for our young scouts? I don't know, Jaleel. I would love to see. I see
I don't
the
know.
they was when they trying to build one. We going back to the school. I guess the school board. The school board. They trying to get something together, Jaleel.
Jaleel, I can't answer that question because I have not been privy to the board meetings or the board conversations. So I'm not really sure. So I don't have an answer for that as it relates to them in the Flint Public Schools. So yeah, I don't have I got a lot of research and a lot of catching up to do as it relates to the school board. So I apologize. And it's not that I don't care. Please don't think that it's that just those meetings go on and I don't ever really get a chance to catch back up on them. So I have to really dig and get into it. Um so yeah, just give me a moment with that and I put a pin in that, Jaleel. We'll come back and I'll talk about it and I'll try to get that. So um
But not, yeah, you know what,
Third
Becky?
Ward and Neely were a big disappointment for the people here. Child, now listen here.
Yeah, I thought he
Now,
showed
I,
out.
I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, I thought he
You know what? Here, let me say this.
go ahead.
So I'm not knocking anything that Quincy Murphy has ever done for the city or anything like that.
Right,
Not at all, right?
right,
Or anybody that has for that matter. However, I don't believe that because you have been quite a bit active in the city that gives you a leg to stand on it when it comes to being like on city council or being a mayor or anybody in a position like that, right? Sometimes it's just it's better to be a chief and not an Indian. Does that make sense? Because I think we got too many. I mean, it'd be better to be an Indian, not a chief. You know, we got too many chiefs, not enough Indians. That's the saying, right?
right.
too many cooks in the kitchen. I mean, whatever little innuendos or whatever colloquialisms you put up. I think that sometimes like sometimes you just better be in the soldier and not the general. Mm. And I think that he was probably better as a soldier and not the general because and Quincy. So hold on, and before I go any further about Quincy Murphy, y'all, I'm never gonna say anything behind anybody's back that I wouldn't say to their face. Y'all can show it to him, invite him to it or whatever. He's not my friend here on Facebook or anything like that. But he can definitely watch this. However, I did invite him to this platform to talk about it. Mm, just telling you that the invite is out there. It's still out there. It's always out there. So he can do what he wants with that. But I did invite him. And I invited him face to face, to his face, just so y'all know. So anyway, I think that that may be a better lane for him because this one ain't it. And I think it's because that um he is he's very emotional and he's very emotional and I understand being passionate. I really, really do. But being passionate and emotional are two different things and being passionate and just being I don't know. I just think he's he's better as a soldier and not a general. Put it at that.
I think if Eric would have did that, they would have had a big blow up. You know what I'm saying? When Eric would have did something like that, they'd have been on Eric. I just think yesterday he should have let it go. Don't get me wrong. I didn't like how Judy Priestley, how she called herself doing. It's nothing wrong. It was nothing wrong for answering the right question. See, my thing is,
Mhm.
I don't want nobody answering just giving softball questions. And sometimes, because don't get me wrong, we understand how the game go. When you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Captain King. We know him and Eric don't get along, but
Yes,
listen,
Brenda, passion and ignorance are two different things. You're absolutely right.
because he shouldn't have. You didn't have to cut up like that when you had to be escorted up out of that. That was a dog and pony as a dog and show that he did yesterday. That was no reason for Quincy to cut up like that.
And I think sometimes, Mick, for me, sometimes it just looked like it looked like a pissing contest. And that shit drive me crazy. That's part of the reason why I can't, y'all. And plus, I got a little touch of ADD and it be going too long and I can't, I
But
can't sit and
but
watch, I
Chicago, but
can't
he
sit and watch it. But it's like a pissing match. I don't
yeah,
like that.
but he shouldn't have been mad because Tanya Burns asked a simple question. Even
Absolutely.
like it was an outburst in the
Yeah.
audience. It was an outburst in the audience. Listen, the mayor knew if he came up there, he was gonna be getting scrutinized. We just know that. It don't matter. That's just like if Weaver would have came with the last council, K Fields and Eva them would have scrutinized. Would have been scrutinized. Now when we get in them positions, you gotta be able to handle what comes along with that.
Absolutely. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
Eva should be really with her attendance for city council. Eva should be looking at really losing her seat. Now I'm not with all of that. You just
Yeah.
missing council.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? And Becky, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Becky, you're right. Becky, you're right. And I can't listen. Listen, hey, that I did see. I did see this meeting. It is the reason why I'm speaking on it, right? But but I just I don't know. Listen, y'all, because listen, I think that Mickey, you're right. If that would have been Eric, they would have had his ass. You hear me?
Yeah,
Ass. They would have had it, right? And Jaleel, I'll look at that and I'll go through that, but I can't really do the school board thing right now because I'm not up on it. So I'm really not. I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. I can't talk about that right now because I really don't know too much about it. So I gotta let that one slide. We're gonna come back, like I said, put a pin in it. We'll come back to it.
I-
Maybe on
yeah,
another Friday or Wednesday. We'll do it on a Wednesday, but I can't do that one right now because I don't know enough about it to get into that. And I don't want it to go somewhere else. You feel me?
yeah. Julie, you want
I
to
hope
come
you
on
understand
Wednesday?
that.
We'll set that up with you. But when you want to be at the school board talking to them about that, about the curriculum, maybe we can get one of the school board members on, and then Jaleel, we can ask them that question. because I don't really know
It's
nothing
a little
about
hot right now. They might not be fooling with me,
yeah,
but I'll try. But
yeah,
we have to put a pin in that, Jaleel. I got to come back
yeah,
to it. So I don't think I'm ignoring you, but we could definitely put a
yeah.
pin in it. I just can't talk about that right now because I don't know enough about it. Um, but back to what I was talking about. So I think that I would love to sit down and have a conversation with Quincy. I think that it probably wouldn't go that great. He wouldn't like shit I'm saying. He'd probably have a, a damn conniption about what I say to him. But uh
Right.
I but I just for real because I don't know because I know a lot of you always say like you need to be on council, you can be on council or whatever, but it wouldn't be that. I don't know.
No,
The
I mean
person,
the garbage, this garbage contract. I'm not saying it's a big thing, but it is a big thing.
it is a big thing
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like, why would you pay 9 million more over than what the other builders doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be able, if you're doing the business for the city, you know what I'm saying? You got to like you want to get the bang for your buck. Everybody, like with me and my girl, we go grocery shopping. Don't get me wrong, we go to Sam's, we go to Myers, Walmart, wherever you go. Even when we hit, the farmers market, we go down. We done been
Right.
down to Detroit to the Eastern market. You shopping, but you still you trying to shop, but you want to get the bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I feel like. Listen, if you did everything right, you should be able to come down and say it. Only thing Eric act, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, to me, I feel like Quincy shouldn't have did that because you make it look like it was something going on.
But as much as here, let me tell you where my issue lies with a lot of this. My issue lies here. Quincy will be one of the ones that'll speak out of we not getting to the business, we not getting to the business, and he have an attitude and he goes on about Eric speaking and this and that and whomever else, not just Eric.
Right.
And he goes, we can't get down to the business. How do you get down to the? I just it's like pot and kettle, right?
Right.
Because you can't say that this person is doing the one thing when you will have a whole ass meltdown yourself. And I'm talking about you will have a whole bitch fit about whatever.
Yeah.
And it just looks so bad, right?
Right.
Because at this point, this goes on with council all the time. Everybody is always watching because they in for a show. They just getting their popcorn and they ready for a show because they know that this is what's gonna happen. See, but I think the difference between Eric and Quincy is that Eric is coming, I mean, Quincy is coming from a place of feelings, right?
Yep.
Eric come from a place of feelings, but Eric also is coming with some facts, right? He real smart. Whether regardless of his delivery or whatever, or however it is, he's smart as shit, right? We
Mm.
can't take that away from him that he knows shit. We can't do that. And so when it comes to that, I listen a little bit differently because regardless of how he delivering it or whatever, I still got to listen to it and understand that he coming with a fact because those things that he speaks on, you can definitely look it up and see it's a fact. But when you just coming from a place of feeling and you speaking on things, then then you at a place of pretty much like a opinion, basically, because your
Mm.
opinion is he shouldn't be talking like that. He shouldn't be doing this. Then we should be doing that. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Right. But if you come with fact and saying, well, this it states here at this, and this that we're supposed to be doing it like this, and we need to conduct it like this. You got to listen to it different, right? That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. It's just the shit is messy, y'all. And let me tell you something. It ain't gonna do nothing but get more messy. If
Not
y'all don't
did you
think this election gonna be the messiest shit ever, it is gonna be a mess, honey. It's gonna be a mess.
did you read Jaleel comment? This
Oh,
is the thing. Now I do agree with he said the contract was brought about through error and the issue is mute now. Due to the contract has to be paid even if they discover there was inherent violation. What must be due now is ensure Flint residents get the best bang for our buck. That's the reason it's good to have these hearings now, because whoever the next mayor may be, you won't have it. You can't run into this problem again.
you're also you are right, and whether it being a moot point, I
Yeah,
don't think that it is, because the point of it is that it needs to be out there that it was an issue, it was an error, right? And
yeah.
just saying, okay, yeah, it was an error, it's a moot point. That's not the way to look at it. It's definitely not. Because if we just saying, okay, well, it's a moot point and we moving on past it, that gives us a reason to do it all over again, and somebody else can come and do it again, and they can perfect it a little bit different and do it again, instead of airing it out and say, listen, this is where the error was, this is where the error was, this is where the error was, you were wrong, 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 and wrong, and it's a consequence from that. That should happen. That's just like saying, okay, yeah, he killed Trayvon Martin, but it's a moot point right now. What? You can't say that. This was wrong, and this is wrong, and this is why. Even though he got off on it, right? It's the same thing to me. Even though Trayvon losing his life was a way bigger thing, but do you get my point? I'm not trying to call it apples and oranges or nothing like that, or apples and oranges and oranges. I'm not. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get you to understand that you saying that's a moot point is not. That's not the way to look at that. You got to put it in. You got to put it in some type of perspective. And if we're not gonna continue, see, here's the point. If we keep saying that things are a moot point, and we keep not holding these people accountable for this bullshit that keep happening, the bullshit is gonna keep happening. I don't give a fuck who it was. I don't give. I listen. I don't care if it was Mayor Neely. I don't care if it was former Mayor Weaver or whoever. If we are not holding these people accountable, we are going to continue to have a problem. And if we're going to continue to not hold people accountable, Flint is not going to last another 10 years, another 15 years, another 20 years, or another 5 years at that. Listen, accountability got to be a thing. And you got to start from somewhere. And if you're not holding these people accountable, what are you here for? I'm not arguing shit with nobody if you're going to tell me that you can't hold these people accountable. I don't care who you are. I'll tell you something right now. Mayor Nealon can come and stand in my face, and I will tell him the same thing. You need to be held accountable for some of your shit, sir. Period. I done some shit that I need to be held accountable for. I don't have a problem with accountability. I don't. I can admit when I was wrong. Or we can talk about it. Even if I don't feel that I'm wrong, we can discuss it. We can talk about it. I can converse with anybody about it. We can agree to disagree. Maybe I can get you over to my side. Maybe you'll get me over to your side. But the point is, accountability is everything. I don't want to hear that revolution shit and all that other stuff. Accountability. And if we do not have accountability at these people that are in these positions that are running our city, supposedly, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're going to continue to have a shit city because we are afraid to hold people accountable? Mm-mm. No, I can't. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of the problem. And if you're not holding people accountable and you're going to say the things are a moot point and you're going to do that, you are a part of the problem. It's your city. You live in it. You live in the city of Flint. It is your problem. You should be holding these people accountable, whether it affects you directly in your ward or indirectly. You should be holding these people accountable as the constituents of Flint. Period. I'm not moving on that. Ain't nothing you can say to me to make me feel no different. Accountability is a thing. And if we can't do that and we can't hold these people accountable, hey, I ain't got nothing to say to you about it. Accountability. Period. I don't understand why that's so hard for some people. You know what? Yes, I do know why it's wrong. Why it's hard for people. It's hard for people because people feel like they got to keep these fake ass relationships intact, right? And if you feel like you're gonna lose a relationship by holding somebody accountable, is it really a relationship? I done said this a million times. A million times. I don't care about burning no bridges. I don't. Because the thing about it is, if we really had a relationship, we would be able to do that. We would be able to do that with each other. We would be able to say, I should be, look, you as the mayor. Okay. If I voted for you as the mayor and you as the mayor and you telling me I'm here for you, I'm working for you, these things that you want, you gonna get it from me, right? And then you don't do it. Why the fuck can't I hold you accountable for that? You gonna piss on my leg and tell me it's running? You just gonna lie to me? That's the problem with politicians. We let them lie to us and we don't hold them accountable. Yeah, well, I don't want to do that.
This my only thing though, not to cut you off.
No, no.
Like, why, Quincy really, if they got to stop saying they disrespecting administration. No, the administration is disrespecting council coming up there unprepared. Like, was it Becky Brown or Brenda Boyd? What Brenda Boyd said? Was it Brenda Boyd or Becky Brown? Like they said, if he would have never been lying about the contract or what was going on, we wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? If they would have been, if they
Absolutely.
would have just said, okay, we made a mistake. I don't know which one of y'all did it, but whichever one, I'll give
Mm-hmm.
y'all both credit.
Yeah.
They should have just told the truth. Like, okay, we made
Mm.
a mistake. We did this. You can't do wrong and then expecting, you know what I'm saying? You on this. If I know me and you into it, and I know you on that council, and I know you gonna fine comb through everything I do. You think I'm finna be sitting up here playing games when I'm already knowing?
And that's the thing. He playing it crazy and we letting him.
But that
You know
goes
what
back to that's what I'm saying. Well, even with like sometimes you got to hold your friends accountable.
I mean?
Even though him
Absolutely.
and the mayor may have a good friendship, but you got to ask them tough questions because you got in that seat to say you was gonna represent your ward.
Absolutely.
Now, if he think like he did to me yesterday, I felt like he did something that they accused Eric of when if Eric was out there cutting up, Quincy did that. The police shouldn't have to escorted you out. You could have just left without having to say something. See, but they not gonna look at that. They just gonna
Yeah.
look at it as, oh, Quincy, he's speaking up. See, that also for the people that's cheering Quincy on, saying he did something. I think that's a bad look because you egging on things that shouldn't even do that. You know him and Eric already don't like each other. Why would y'all egg him on for making him thinking, oh, he doing something? He showed Eric up. No, what you really did, you showed yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You stooped down in the mud.
See what I'm gonna tell you another thing people need to be cognizant of is that sometimes every battle is not a war, right?
Right.
It's not. And every war ain't no battle. And you gotta sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
pick your battles in order to win the war. You really do. I just you just really have to pick your battles. And sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. Hey, Kenny Rogers said it the best. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You know, you got to know when to walk away. Got to know when to run. You never count your money while you're sitting at the table. Hey, listen, he gave us so much game in that song,
Yeah.
but it's the truth, though.
And you know what that question Jaleel just put in there. I totally agree with you saying we're not gonna be able to change these people' behavior, these politicians, because this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You done seen so many good ones. You'll be thinking they good when they get in there. They change because they taking money over morals. To me, oh, she
Yeah,
said we should go. Nah, you know what, Brenda? I've been watching. Listen, I've been watching a lot of things that they accuse Eric of, but I've been watching other people do it, and ain't nobody been held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody been held accountable. You know what I'm saying? I mean they want to hold Eric, but that right there with Quincy with me. And you see when I seen him at the Harper Fund. So you know who's saying it. I just felt like yesterday, listen, man, I understand when you ride for your homeboy, you want to ride it all the way down. But I'm not gonna make myself look foolish just to make my homeboy look good. Now I'm gonna have some respect for myself. I'm not gonna sit up there and
absolutely,
make an ass. I'm not gonna make myself look like an ass just for
absolutely not.
him to look good. Now I tell him
Absolutely not.
that like, hold on, brother. Now what I won't do, I just won't show up. If you was gonna do
Definitely.
that, Quincy, you shouldn't even just showed up. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Kathleen
You
King
know,
said Neely has lost a lot of his administration because of lies.
I
Lies and
would,
they didn't
I would
brought in the
bounce too. I wouldn't care if it was my first cousin or my brother or my daddy and mama. If I see they sitting up here, like I say, just the thing with the CFO, how the CFO said what he said, he felt like his job was in jeopardy or whatever. Neely don't recall. Listen,
And
I
he
know
said
people,
he talking about some I don't recall.
but I get it. You know, listen, man, I done seen. Listen, I love to watch Congress where they be having them men up there. My uncle Michael used to have me back in the day. This when I was younger, like at 20. So he was like, man, go watch them sitting here. He's like, you seeing men fold up, they need to drink their water. That's why I was tripping when Neely was
Yep.
drinking in. I said, oh shit, this ain't a good look. Don't get me wrong. I thought he was gonna come up in there prepared, ready to just to do the showdown. I'm like, this ain't a good look how you come up in here.
But let me tell you. But see, this is what I noticed. This is what he used to, right? He used to controlling the narrative, just like when he was having them little whatever he was calling them things when he was having them in the wards or whatever, and you could come supposedly and ask questions. He usually he's so hell bent on having the control, and he used to controlling the narrative, right? So you go down there and you got to write your question out and give it to somebody else and to give it to him, right? So that he can
Right.
read it or answer his question. It might not, but you can only ask the question if you in that war. What? Why I gotta even make an appointment at an open forum to talk to you? You can't even talk to him. And then like literally you gotta go and corner. Listen, y'all, I can put y'all up. I can show y'all a video of how me and Darius had to corner this man in order to talk to him. I'm talking about he came out to our program. Our program wouldn't talk to us. Shit was crazy. He wouldn't even talk to us at our program. We like, fuck you show up for if you don't want to talk to us, right? We literally had to corner him in order to talk to him. And he really didn't want to talk then. He like, make an appointment to come. But you right here though, right? That's the shit that bugs me. You can't be my mayor and I can't talk to you.
Not when you want to be the.
I done seen Karen Weaver out, and she have like one problem talking to me. Not one problem. Anywhere I done ever seen her at. She came to one of our did she not come to one of our events?
No.
She came to one of our events, very approachable, talked, kicked it, sang a little karaoke, danced a little bit. You Whether I agree with everything she did in office or not, my point is she was approachable. You can't even talk to this man. Brenda, I see you said, oh wow, this is a fact. I'm not even Mickey, am I lying?
No, this was at the
At the
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth last year.
Yeah, when you and brother Darius bum wrestling.
Yeah. It's so
You know
crazy.
what, Brenda boy, we
Brenda,
working
I
on that.
invited her to the show.
We working
I
on that.
invited her.
We
So
working on it. I believe she
yeah.
gonna come.
Yeah. I invited her to the show. We were supposed to talk about it, but I haven't talked to her since. So, if you see a reminder that I did invite her to the show, I did invite her on though. I would love to have her on the show. Right.
Yeah, cause
But,
she real down to earth, and when
hey, I've invited Neely to the show.
Nene ain't dealing with us.
Yeah. Uh-uh.
Ain't dealing
No,
with
he
neither
ain't
one
gonna
of
do it.
us.
He not gonna do it at all. But y'all listen, I'm dead ass that we gotta make sure that we hold people accountable for some of these things though. And I'm not just saying just him. I'm talking about council too. Like we gotta who did I invite? Oh, I invited Quincy Murphy. I invited Mayor Neely, and I invited former Mayor Weaver.
Yeah. You know, Kaplan. Yes, I did seen that. I
Have
saw it.
y'all seen the video of Gleason and Neely had in Gleason's office with the lady from the high rise saying, Mayor Karen Weaver sent people to pick up their ballots. That's how Neely won because of his lies. I have not seen that video. Mickey said he seen it though.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it. Yeah, it was. You know, it's politics. I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. You know, when you dealing in politics, this is what happened. They take a.
Politics
You
is what
know,
it
to
is.
be honest with you, that would not listen. If people really was in them seats to do right, they would not be in them seats. They ain't put nobody in them seats to do right by the people. You know what I'm saying? That's why, Jalil, I feel like what we doing, the different shows I try to bring to y'all is to get different perspective. Look, if we go to M Live, the news gonna paint us out as the worst people in America. So we have to have our own media. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We not.
Brenda said, ask Eva why she run if she doesn't want to participate. She got the job. Listen, I would love to talk to Eva Worthy, but let me tell you something. Eva Worthy will avoid me like the plague, baby.
Oh
I know
yeah.
she she will avoid me like the plague, baby. She will not. Hey, listen, she will not. I'm not. All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all who I did get to talk to, and she was really nice. And we gonna chop it up again, so y'all get to see me talk to her. Was Tanya Burns. So I want to get some clarification and some stuff from her too. So she was really nice, and she was very open to talk to me, and she was very approachable. And that's one thing that I like, whether we agree or not. I'm not saying I don't agree with her, or I do agree with her one way or the other. That's not what I'm saying. Um, but I do like when people are approachable and I can speak with them because like I always say, I'm Switzerland. I'm just
No,
right in the
she.
middle. I'm
No,
just in the
but,
most.
but Quincy was approachable. I know him, and and I know Quincy. Like you seen when
He
I
was
approached him.
approachable to you. Let me tell you what happened when I approached Quincy.
What he say to you? Well,
Listen, he was trying to snake and slide and skinny up past me when I was talking to him. And I was like, wait. I had to, hey, hold it,
hey,
wait.
that's what he did
He
to
didn't
you.
want to talk to me. Yeah.
No, you know what? I
And
think
so
he
I
did.
so I started walking with him. I'm like, oh, you in a hurry? I started walking with him, right? And so I started walking with him and I was talking to him about it, whatever. He was like, yeah, I seen it. I seen your shoe.
No, because he know we be talking junk. I told you
And
what he told
I
me.
was like, I just want to get you can have your own point of view. We can talk it up, we can chop it up, ask questions or whatever it is. He was like, I don't know. I might do it.
Hey,
I don't know. And he slid on. I was like, it's cool. No pressure. So, Jaleel, I know that y'all doing a 1 hour of power in that. I have a baby shower tomorrow. My goddaughter is having a baby, and so we're doing her baby shower at that time. So I'm not going to be able to attend, unfortunately.
nah,
But I am there in spirit. You know I am. You know I'm down with
I'm
y'all.
gonna be
Like
there.
4 flats on a Cadillac. You know I'm down, right?
I'm gonna be there tomorrow. But Jaleel, I think you came in here throwing a little pass interference. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna be in there because you kept trying to what we was talking
Oh, so
about. But
yeah, because he
did
done
he?
threw a few audibles, ain't he?
Didn't he? I'm gonna go ahead. You got me a little worried. You put it out there with time to be there, but I'm gonna come. I'm gonna be out there tomorrow. You threw a little pass. You threw a little curveball. I saw you. I'm gonna call you out on it now, but
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna be there.
Becky. We're
I,
excited to see this little
man,
girl when she comes. It's a little girl. So yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
I'm
be there
hosting the baby
tomorrow.
shower tomorrow. Of course. Of
I
course.
don't know if I. I don't know if I need to be there now, man. Jaleel got Jaleel might be setting me up for Neely for the mayor. He might be like,
Listen.
let me get back to
Wait a
Quincy.
minute. Becky Brown said like 4 flats on 475. Listen, Becky, like 4 flats on Saginaw Street,
Let
Clio
me
Road, Coldwater
let me
Road,
tell you.
475, 75, 23, 69, 696. Pick one, damn it. We
You know what he
dodging
told
people
me?
like groundhogs.
This is what he told me when I ran into him. But I said, "Oh, you don't want to be behind the screen talking junk, ain't you?" I said,
Oh, that's what Quincy said.
"Yeah." No, I'm not asking Eva. You ask her, Jaleel.
Ask her what?
Ask Eva to come to the region. See, you ask her.
I would definitely ask her. What's her number?
I ain't asking her to come out
Shoot me
there.
the number. Put her number up there. I'll call her and ask her.
No, I'm trying to see if Jaleel gonna invite her out to one of the nicer power hour. When she
I
come to,
listen.
when she
I
come
invite her
to,
to all of that. Listen, I invite her to this. I invite her to the hour of
no,
power. I
seriously,
invite her to the Mars
no,
camp.
on a more serious note.
So Brenda, the reason why you can't see Becky's comments is because she's posting from YouTube because she's blocked on Facebook. She's in Facebook jail right now. So you can see her comments on YouTube. But she doesn't have you blocked. That's the only reason why.
No, I want Jaleel. I asked Eva to come to correct. He said, "Nah, I'll go
What
ahead and have
Jaleel?
a man." He said
What
he
Jaleel?
gonna have.
Hold on. Well, Jaleel, since you can get them somewhere, why would you have Mayor Neely meet me here? Let's talk here.
You see, you
Have
see,
Quincy
you,
meet me here.
you see what he did though. That's cool though. I ain't tripping. You
Yeah,
come on with it though. Don't worry
yeah.
about it. He gonna break Quincy. He gonna break Quincy. Hey Jaleel, this is what crazy. Me and him some kin. That's how he know who I am. He just said when he saw me, but he wasn't paying attention to me. But my thing is, I know him. We
Yes,
family. We
Brenda.
know each
I want
other.
Eva's number. I'll call Eva.
Yeah,
They said
but
invite her to it. I will
when
invite her to anything y'all ask
when
me to invite her to. I don't have a problem with that.
don't worry about it, Jaleel. When Jaleel do set that little meeting up, I'm coming down here with the Proud Boys. It's for him. So we go ahead. We can go meeting for meeting. I'm coming down. I know a couple of them to stay around the town. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just have him. We both got deals for each other.
That's so funny.
He with you for that one. So,
Yeah, that's funny. But listen, y'all. I know that uh we gotta get things in order, y'all. What y'all think? What I don't even know the approach that we should have anymore. We have invited her several times. You know what? I bet you have. I do not doubt that you have invited her, Jaleel, for real. 21083. I'm on it, Brenda.
but
I'm on it. Even
what
Burden's
about
number. I'm on
what
it.
about Allie Hokenroder and Judy Priestley? That's what I want to come with one of
I'll
them.
talk to all of them.
Yeah, I want to get them on. I know Jaleel can get us in touch with Allie Hokenroder. Maybe we can get her on the show.
Yeah.
Better yet, Jaleel, can you get Neely on here
Calling out. I sure will. Hold on. I'll
for
call her
for
right now.
for, for 30 minutes of understanding? We'll call it that.
30 minutes of understanding.
Yeah, we get Neely on for 30
Mhm.
minutes, but tell him you ain't gonna get no softball questions now. You can come on.
He ain't coming on.
He might come on. Like I said, he went to there. He came in. I I know you do, Jaleel. Don't you know, brother? I would get up in there, but the way you trying to set me up tomorrow, I'm gonna have to call Chicago on you since you
Oh,
bring the
she
Neely and
might be watching the
Quincy
show and know I got her number, so she ain't answering the
on.
phone.
Brenda, what I was gonna say, hey, what I was gonna say, what you finna be doing in about 20 minutes?
Hi, you've reached Eva Worthing. Please leave a message and I'll get back with you as soon as I can.
Oh snap! Hey, you know what?
Please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Good evening, Eva. This is Satara from 810 News Media Group
Oh, you.
and the podcast Yo What's Poppin'. We are calling to invite you to the platform to have a conversation. Also, I am calling on behalf of Jaleel to invite you out to 1 hour of power tomorrow at the Evergreen Regencies from 3 p.m. to
I'm on my
4 p.m. Um, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I would love for you to call me back and have a conversation with me. My phone number is 810-447-3454. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Well, we'll see how that go, y'all. I keep y'all posted. She's got the screen to call. Yeah, she gonna screen it now. I think she looking at it.
Hey, Shatara. Hey, Shatara. Hey, can we come back and finish this in about 20 minutes?
What kind of foolishness, Mick? How you just gonna interrupt the
No, but
program?
go ahead and finish. I gotta go pick Nicole up. Finish and I'll be back.
I'm just glad. Go ahead. Okay, you go for it. I'm just gonna freestyle it. We just gonna talk a little while longer. Oh, you're
Go
welcome,
ahead.
Jaleel. Anytime. I told you I invite her to anything. That don't bother me. Cause listen, here's where I'm at with it, y'all. Like, what's the Brittany, you said call her back and invite her to the council meeting Monday. Yeah, we would love for you to show up. Let me text her and tell her that too. I'm gonna start sending her reminder text every Mondays when council is so she can show up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just sending some reminder text. Piss her right off. uh, Jaleel, I don't mind bring. I don't mind nobody coming to to none of the table. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. Hold on. Mickey still want to be a part of the conversation, y'all. All right, Mickey, you on?
You know how I had to come out here working.
Mick moving and working, y'all. But listen, Brenda Boy told me to call her back and invite her to the council meeting on Monday. Hey, that cracked me up.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it back the way Jaleel trying to set me up out here. He said Neely will come on if Quincy can host. Yeah, Quincy can host it. But I'm gonna tell Quincy like this though. I'm gonna tell him like this. He's not getting no softball answers though. Questions, so I don't care.
Oh, so he wants Quincy to host it? Yeah, no.
That's what Jaleel said. Jaleel said he wants Quincy to host it.
Quincy can come on. I don't know about yeah. Come on, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, sure.
Quincy supposed to do his with
He's supposed to do. Quincy is supposed to. Now, y'all listen. Quincy did say that he was gonna come on with Rich Jones, but he canceled on he canceled on my boy Richie Dollars.
So he canceled on Rich.
Yeah, he canceled on Richie Dollars. Remember, he was supposed to come on last week, wasn't he?
Oh, that's terrible, right?
He canceled on him. He canceled on him. Y'all, Flynn canceled on him. Yeah, y'all, they flaking out on my boy Richie Dollars.
Don't Jaleel and Pastor Flynn supposed to do a meeting together, supposed to have a sit down? See if Jaleel so I can put that together for him. I love to record that one.
Jaleel, can y'all want to come on the show? Your sit down with Flynn, you and Flynn. Y'all, Mickey said he would love to put that together. Y'all can come on here and we can record it for y'all. Y'all having a sit down? What's the sit down about?
I don't know. I just seen Brother D been trying to get it. I'm trying to help put the push behind Brother D to put that together.
Oh, okay. Well,
I saw Brother D been on there.
Okay.
He wanted to get to it. He compared him to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Did. Okay. Okay.
They two powerful spiritual leaders in the city of Flint.
So y'all, so let's talk about this mayoral race. What do y'all think about the mayoral race? So as of right now, the names in the hat are Neely, former Mayor Weaver, Mayor Neely, and Eric Mays, right?
That's what they saying?
That's what they're saying. I'm not sure how true it is, but that's what they're saying. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Hey, and then somebody listen, was that on Art's little thing? Somebody had said that Judy Priestley was throwing her name in the hat. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Allie Holcomb. Oh, okay. Allie Holcomb. I don't know nothing about this Allie Holcomb lady. I had never heard her name or anything until she came up and she won council. So I don't know anything about her. The boy said, "What did you just say?" So the rumor is that the people that have their names in the mayoral race hat is, of course, Mayor Neely, former Mayor Karen Weaver, as we know, because she announced it. And from my understanding, Eric Mays. And someone else said that Allie Holkenroder is tossing around, throwing her name in the hat too. Scary, huh? Oh, Jaleel said, she said, hell no for 7 more. That's what Baby Brown said.
I'm just saying that ain't what we said. That's what we heard.
No, that's the rumor. That's not what we're saying. So allegedly, that's the word you like, ain't it, Mick? Allegedly. So Jaleel says Flynn wants action behind our words and will only come to the table if something tangible is being done. I know you effing lying. That's what he said. Child. I'm gonna gracefully bow out of that conversation too.
So what about that education program Jaleel talking about?
And
Flynn won't come to the table with that?
Flynn won't come to the table for the educational program that Jaleel has. I don't know. You know what? I should probably gracefully bow out of that conversation. No one else should run. Just let it be Karen and Neely.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go because last time I voted for Ken. So
Kathleen King said she heard Monica Galloway. Mm. Mm.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to people I know. I'm gonna tell them to vote for Ken.
You just gonna tell them to vote for who?
Ken.
Oh, okay. Jaleel said that's exactly what he said to Brother D. So Jaleel said that's exactly what he said to Brother D. So Jaleel, I think that's a cop out. I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. I think that's a cop out, and I think that if you're in that position and you're a pastor and you have this flock and you claim to want certain things for the city, I don't think any coming to the table to speaking to anybody should be off the table. That's what you do. That was the calling supposedly that you have from God, right? So I don't think talking to anyone, discussing anyone, or coming and having a seat at the table with anybody should be off the table. So and as it relates to huh?
Jesus dealt with the Pharisees, man. So Jaleel, so I know Pastor Flynn ain't acting like he too big to deal with Jaleel. Well, maybe I'm like, excuse me, I feel like the brother Roberts and got on me. I'm talking a little too much, but go ahead,
Brenda Boyd said, did he mean he wasn't coming to any discussion or just counsel though? So the question was about, Brother D was trying to put together, Brenda, just for clarification, he was trying to put together a sit down between Jaleel, who of course is a minister for the Nation of Islam, and him, Pastor Flynn. And let me go back to this comment. I don't want to say it wrong. And Flynn said that he wants action behind their words and will only come to the table if something tangible is being done. And I said, that's a damn cop out. Because you're a pastor. I mean, that's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to come together. You're supposed to be, and you're supposed to talk it out. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, but hey, that's my own opinion. But I feel like it's a cop out. It's unacceptable, me. It is unacceptable. I do. I feel like it's unacceptable. I feel like it's very unacceptable. It's very unacceptable for him to say that he won't have a sit down with Jaleel and have a conversation with Jaleel. That's crazy as hell. I don't understand. He recommended that you talk to Pastor Aldridge and other wait, he recommended we talk to Pastor Aldridge and other pastors who would be willing to man up. It's on Brother D's post. Now that's just crazy. No, Brenda, I didn't say that meant everyone, but he has been invited to quite a few sit downs with people, and he won't, and he won't. So whether that means not everyone or not, his actions are showing is everybody. So, and Becky Brown asked Jaleel, why does he want to have a talk with Flynn? So the post I seen from Brother D was just like, he said that they were like the modern day Martin Luther King and the modern day Malcolm X, and he would love them to see them sit down at the table and have a meeting at the mines, basically. I think so. I don't know. And I guess he just like, oh no. Brenda Boyd said, oh, okay, he's been very disrespected. Brenda, you probably want to talk to me about Flynn off camera, because off the air, because He may have been very disrespected, but he's very disrespectful as well. So uh, I'm not a fan of Flynn. I'm not, and I'm not a fan of Flynn. Not
Did he discuss
um,
himself?
because of because of some of his actions and the way he was is conducting some things. So he's very disrespectful. So yeah, I'm not a fan of his at all. So mm, yeah, I don't really too much deal with him like that. I will though. I don't have a problem with speaking with him or whatever about it, but he won't. Um, he's another person that doesn't like accountability. So yeah. Mm. Um, Becky Brown said Malcolm and Martin only seen each other once or twice. They did not have a relationship. True.
Who?
Jaleel said, Brother D asked for the meeting. I agree, but I'm not pressed. I feel you, Jaleel.
Yeah, that ain't right though. But, I mean,
Yeah, I feel you.
but he the man of God though, right, Pastor Flynn?
Jaleel said, yeah. Jaleel said he took it as Flynn being in his feelings because he works with Pastor Aldridge and he has issues with Pastor Aldridge.
But you know what?
He
I
shouldn't
seen
have
that
any issues
comment
with
when he
Pastor
said that.
Aldridge.
I thought that was disrespectful. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He brought up Pastor. I thought that was tasteless of Flynn.
Very tasteless, and he shouldn't have an issue with him. They don't have a relationship or nothing going on. You again, that's probably not a conversation I need to have here, but whatever.
Yeah, we do that off channel.
Yeah, yeah.
On the
So
back phone.
yeah, but yeah, I just don't. Some of the things that he do just does not is very distasteful, and and as a pastor and as a man of God, I just think that some of those things that you know it's not it's not fitting as a pastor.
Yeah, that was tasteless.
No,
We got to get
yeah.
Pastor Aldridge back on again too.
Definitely,
Yeah, we got to get him because we're supposed to be doing some big things with him anyway. So.
absolutely. Yeah, we got some things in the works, so it's all good. We gonna handle that. We gonna definitely handle that.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to get
Okay.
Jaleel back on as well. You know, and some more people. Like I said, we got some things coming up with Councilwoman Tanya Burns, so that should be fun.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, Tanya
Oh,
Burns.
Jaleel, I know exactly where it comes from. Trust me. On both sides of the coin, I know on both sides of the coin, and that's the reason why I said he should not have an issue, because he don't have a dog in the fight. Ain't have shit to do with him. But again, that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, he's still at Foss Avenue, although he is retiring, resigning, or something. They looking for a new pastor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're looking for a new pastor, from my understanding. I know a couple people got their names in the hat for that too. So yeah. So we'll see how that goes and see what happens to them. Um, yeah. Have a fun conversation with Councilwoman Burns. Nothing about politics. You know what? I really don't want to do a bunch of politicky things with her. We kind of talked about it a little bit. I don't. I kind of want to, because I really don't know her for real. And I don't know a lot of things about her, so I would like to get a chance, take a chance to get to know her a little bit. Like I had like a while ago, like when Liddell was running, when she was running
Hey, not to
for
cut you
city
off,
council.
Shatara.
Yeah.
Can we do that one live?
Which one?
With
Yeah.
you and Miss Burns. Maybe
Sure.
we get y'all maybe a bottle of wine or something. And just y'all,
Sure.
do that one live or something.
Of course.
Let's do that one live to make that one nice.
Yeah, we can do that. So yeah, I would like to take the chance to get to know her a little bit and see, where she coming with all kinds of things and how she feels about some things. I would like to get a chance to get to know her because I don't. So I would love to sit down with her and have that conversation. So that's what we're gonna do. So I want to try to make it a little more fun and not like really politicky, right? Because it's already heavy and it's so much stuff going on already. Oh, child, woo, I just don't I don't want to do that. It'll be y'all. I'm cold, so don't worry about me. I'm always cold, so y'all see me fiddling with my blanket. I'm a little cold, my little throat, but yeah. So I do. I want to definitely have that conversation. So it should be fun. Like I'm so interested, and then I'm gonna just see if she'll let me have her glasses because her glasses are so freaking cute. Y'all seen her orange glasses? So damn cute. Or at least give me the link and tell me where I can find them because they're so adorable, right? Um, yeah, and then what did Becky say? Now y'all remember Mr. Mays and that bottle of wine. Zoom me. Be careful. Talk with Councilwoman Burns about economic empowerment and financial stability. That is information that would be good for the listeners to learn and apply to ourselves. Um, sure, I can get to that, but like I said, I kind of want to take this opportunity to get to know her, and maybe for some other people to get to know her too, because, sometimes we have these things set in our mind about how people are, what they are, and what they're all about. But I want to get to know her, right? I want to I want to see what Miss Tanya Burns is all about because I don't know her and I don't know much about her, so I would like to, right? So that's gonna be the conversation that we have. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to see how that goes, right? Um, also plan on having um Mr. Mays and talk to him a little bit at some point. I've talked to him a couple times off camera, so he's willing to do that too. He's kind of busy though, doing some things. But when it permits, we'll get him to. So yeah, we definitely want to do all of that. So that should be fun. Definitely should be fun. Cam ain't
Oh,
answering
that's what's
somebody.
up.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I meant to say take the wine out because they will. We'll do some non-alcoholics, maybe some lemonade or something.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. We'll have some food. We'll have like some food or something.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Do some chips and dips or something.
Yeah,
Maybe a fruit bowl or something.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, damn, person can't even take a little cat nip.
Well, it's fine. It's not like
I
we
don't
don't.
even drink, so I'm talking junk.
Yeah, I think it would be fine. We'll be fine. So yeah, yeah, it'll be
Right.
fine.
Your mama said, come on.
Cappuccino or hot chocolate? Yeah, cappuccino or hot chocolate. Okay, we can do that. But what? I'll figure it out. We'll have something. We'll get
I'm
it
back
all.
home now.
Oh, you back home? See,
Yeah,
you
I'm
did it
back
right.
at the crib. Yeah,
Boom.
that's what I didn't want to end it. Yeah, I'm back home. You see, I had to tell her mama gonna take her.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll figure it out though. Like we'll make sure you have something. You know what? I might cook a dish for her. As a matter of fact, I might cook her something. I'll cook something for her and Mickey.
I'm gonna have me a catnip.
You have
I,
one.
I,
Mickey
I
don't.
can't lose my seat.
Y'all listen to Mickey. Don't even drink. Don't listen
I
to him.
know.
Mickey don't even drink.
I sure don't. So I'm gonna quit playing like I can lose my seat. No, we do
Mickey
need
don't
to
even
get her on.
drink. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll definitely be fun. So you know what, we need to, hey, Becky Brown, Kathleen King, and Brenda Boyd, y'all, let's have a Zoom. Let's all be on here. Y'all, I'm gonna send y'all a link.
Yeah,
We
no,
can jump in right
I've
here.
been trying to get Becky Brown on here, but Becky Brown, you gotta come on now.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun and laughter. Becky and Brenda and Kathleen, y'all, let's pick a day. Let's pick a Wednesday or a Friday, and we do this.
Right.
Y'all don't even have to come. We could do this. I'll send you a link where we all be on here. We could talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Anything.
Right, because she got different things she gonna do with her show, with her platform. Like she
Yeah.
said, you see, she
It's
want
not
to
all
bring
heavy. It's not all,
right,
politics and all of that. We can talk about anything. We can talk I'm gonna do one about mental health. We can have
right.
one about all kinds of things. Like
But what I didn't do,
it doesn't always have to be heavy because I'm not. I am. I like because I am I'm always a person that's loved to joke and laugh or whatever. So of course we can do that. Matter of fact, I got a comedian coming, y'all. It's gonna be so much
Right.
fun.
And I didn't get to do some of the research I want to bring to you. Like, we're going to bring some national topics. I did want to talk about the Grammys, where they talking about boycotting the Grammys. Now you see Jay Prince from Rap a Lot. He want to boycott the Grammys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with me not really getting onto it late, I ain't get it over to you, but I need to send you a couple things just to see
Yeah.
how people feel about that. Then, like,
Yeah.
we never went in depth about my man, the Black Panther director, about him getting up there like
Ryan
that.
Coogler. We can
Right.
talk about that right now.
Yeah,
Listen,
yes.
Ryan Coogler. See, here's where I'm at with it, y'all. We could be saying R.I.P. Ryan Coogler. We cannot be having a Black Panther 2 coming out right now. That could not be finished right now from what happened. Because that man came in there in that bank, hand on his hip. He was pulling his gun already. Yeah, man, just chilling. It's so crazy. Like, I don't know, y'all. This is that was really nuts. And it was
Yeah.
so crazy for me because I was a manager at a bank. I worked at the bank for a while. That's not protocol, so that kind of messed me up a little bit to see that happening. Oh my lord! Yes,
Brenda, we
Becky. I mean, Brenda, we do need to talk about people getting out to vote because because the boundaries are changing. Yes, yes, we
no.
definitely need to do that.
You think we
Absolutely.
need to probably we do need to get like a push for that because it's the election coming up. You know what I'm saying? You do want to get more people. And listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Neely. Just because I'm not saying this because I'm not. I believe he was. He you know what I'm saying. He won. He was good for his time. I just feel like when I met Weaver, for when Dewan, give a shout out to Fly City Blackout, when Dewan did that interview, Weaver was down to earth. What did I said, man, she cool.
Yeah.
When we set up and talked, I said, man, she cool. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I'm just saying with my experience. Like, don't get me wrong. I done seen Mayor Neely at the farmers market before. He like, he'd speak like, how you doing? But like, just sitting down and talking, like kicking it, Weaver was more down to earth. And I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be funny or nothing. She was down to earth. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't dispute that. Like, just off the two vibes. I'm not saying Neely probably is up on a lot of pressure because he got Eric on his ass. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Eric's on his
Brenda
ass.
said Brenda said that she wishes that they would do online voting. So Brenda, how do you think that you could keep that, on the up and up, from being hacked and all of those things if they did it online? How do you think they would go about doing that? Because I think it being online would be dope, but how would we keep that from being biased as well?
No, Becky Brown, you're right. Like I said, like I said, I seen her before. Let me say that, but I didn't really talk to her. When we was at Sister Muhammad's block party.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah,
I
when
got to
she
talk
was
to her for
yeah,
quite a
you
while.
talked to her. I'm talking about when we did that interview, just sitting up.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, she, you know what I'm saying? Forever, I mean, for my little 2 cents for what it's worth. Like I said, but I'm not saying. I'm saying even with Mayor Neely, when I done seen him out, like I said, I done seen him at the farmers market. He'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? But I'm just
Wait, what? Brenda, who you talking about? Brenda said he's a child. He wears Garanimal's clothes like when he was a kid. What? Who we talking about?
I know I'm talking about Weaver. What I'm saying, my
Oh my
encounter.
goodness.
But I'm saying
He's
I didn't
so
have no.
funny,
Like I
man.
said, my first encounter when I seen you and Darius run into him, that wasn't he didn't really, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But like I said, I done seen him every time I done seen him at the farmers market. He'd be like, hey, we just like, hey, how you doing? I'm just saying with Weaver, man, her just no. We know you're not talking about Weaver, Brenda. I'm just saying with
But
Weaver.
you know what? I seen him again after that. After Darius and I had that encounter with him, I seen him again down at Burston when he was holding that little forum that he had. I did. I got to see him down at Burston, and um he talked a little bit, he was kind of a little standoffish. It was not really, you could tell he wasn't really in his element. He wasn't comfortable, but because a lot of people were trying to talk to him, and he was really trying to slide out and snake out. But he, it wasn't. But here's the other thing, though. I know him from prior to this because his youngest daughter and my daughter played basketball together. They went to school together in high school.
Right.
So I know them from there. So, it's not like he doesn't speak or hey, how you doing type of
But,
thing. But when it comes to like this type of stuff right here, he don't talk to me about it.
hey, but that's the same thing because I was gonna say because I went to Weaver when she announced it at the church. I mean, Mrs. Weaver when she former mayor when she announced that she was running again. I'm just saying this is she don't know me from a can of paint. I don't know her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just saying when I was me and her was coming down, you know how people that's why I didn't bring that up. People to say, well, because she gonna be like that because she looking for voters. That's why I didn't bring that incident up. That was my first time really running into her when we was
Mm,
passing through the church. And she was like, hey, she was the same as I seen her when we were sitting back. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say like she probably wouldn't even recognize me again if we was in each other's face. I'm just saying the two times, but for my first time being in the night, she was down to earth.
yeah. Well, that's dope.
Jaleel said he got. You know what? That's why I said with my encounter. That's why I'm telling you the encounter that I had was like with Neely. He was like, "How you doing?" But it wasn't no. You could I didn't get that. Even when y'all was down. I mean, when we was down there for Mother Deloney's the Juneteenth thing, it was kind of standoffish. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. But I do want to say this. Perception is reality, and everybody's experience is not everybody else's experience, right? So your experience and his experience are two different experiences, just as mine is too. And then perception is reality. So everybody's perception is their reality. So yeah. So we just have to do it like that. But she come
Yeah.
on the show. Maybe we can show a different side. We can chop it up and we
I
can talk
mean,
about
maybe
whatever.
if he came
Talk about
on,
that.
yeah.
And Jaleel, if she if in fact we do get to talk to her and she does accept our invitation to come on the platform, I mean I ask her about that. So because I don't know anything about it. So again, I don't speak on a bunch of things I don't know too much about. So
Now that with Brenda Boyd, I can agree with you. I
she
feel like he
probably did.
did. He did totally disrespect making two June teams. Now that I do agree with you. So and that was my second encounter. I mean my second encounter with Neely was doing really my first encounter was doing the June team. Like it should have never been two June teams. But Jaleel, I wouldn't have no problem asking her that. But to be honest with you, I caught the end of it because I think she had Reverend Pickney on there, and
Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. Mhm.
she had Brother Muhammad the Mayor Ben Harbor. If I would have caught the whole thing, I could tell you how it was. I want to go back and catch it. You know what I'm saying, and see what was said. I look at it like this: another city is poisoned by the same powers that be, the government.
Absolutely.
No, that's why I said, Jaleel, I'm no, I'm gonna go. I know what you're saying on that. I do want to go back and get it. Like I said, remember when me and Rich did the show when Rich was coming on before y'all was. I mean, remember Rich had came on. We was waiting on y'all to get there. This was that Fly City blackout. No, I know what you're saying, Jaleel, because Rich was trying to tell me his version, and I was getting. That's why I ain't never really say nothing about it because I didn't. I'm being honest with you. I didn't catch I didn't catch that show when she had uh, Brother Muhammad on there and when she had Reverend Pickney on there. But like I
Mm.
said, Rich was trying to say he was like, I didn't really catch it. That's why I didn't say nothing that day when you was telling Rich about it. I never got off into it
Yeah.
because I really didn't have all the facts to it. But you know what I'm saying? We would ask that this ain't gonna be a platform where we ain't gonna ask that
Heck no.
because
And I don't be nervous about asking nobody nothing. It's like you either answer or you don't. And I don't care about nobody. That's the thing. Like even asking somebody to be a part of the show, coming on the show, like it ain't. I mean, you don't lose anything. All right, what can you lose if they say
Jaleel,
no? It was
I was
already.
we gonna ask her, you know what I'm saying, about throwing them up under the bus. You know what I'm saying? And if the nation stood with her because that's the brother in the nation, we'll because I can't see. You know what I ain't gonna say what I can't see. You know what? I'm gonna go watch it for myself because I don't know. I ain't see it, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch it for myself. But I don't, if she did that, we'll ask her that. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason not. Maybe it could have been a misunderstanding. Because sometimes misunderstandings can go all the way left.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Maybe we can get them two to maybe sit down and talk or whatever they need to. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to. Because I damn sure don't want to see blacks into it. A black man and a woman having a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? That should be something that should be able to be worked out.
Mm. That's funny that you said that because we kind of talked about that earlier. And I was saying I hate to see blacks even going somewhere and speaking against them in front of. Yeah, I just hate it. This whole thing is just kind of crazy. Like we got a whole bunch of things going on, in the city that's absolutely shameful if we just really want to be real about it.
Yeah, it's
It's a
terrible.
lot of things just being real shameful. And again, I think that this election that's coming up, whether it is just former Mayor Weaver and current Mayor Neely in the race, or even if a third party is involved in this race, whoever it comes out to be, it's going to be pretty nasty. And it's going to be pretty nasty because I feel like, former Mayor Weaver has something to prove, right? She has some things that need to be cleared up, and she got a point to prove, right? So to get back in that seat, I just that's my own my humble opinion.
Oh, she got dogs, Shatara.
And
Look,
then yeah,
and
so
yeah,
she has something to prove. You
yeah,
get what I'm
for,
saying? Like
yeah, for them.
she got something to prove. And then with current Mayor Neely, I feel like he also has something to prove. I think that but it's in a different aspect. I think he is just trying to save face at this point, right? Because so many things that come out, um, you know, on the negative side of him, that now he's just trying to save face, and he's trying to say, like some of the moves that he's making right now, with some of the people that he's making moves with, is just, again, I think it's just trying to save face and trying to, you know, get in some folks' good graces, but mm, some people feel like it's some things you can't come back from, right? But
Mm-hmm.
so that's that.
And
So
pay W.T. Stevens.
given their history, right? If it does come down to them two, given their history, um, you know, the allegations of people lying on them, and the allegations of just how nasty that was anyway, that transition, right? I just feel like it's just going to continue to be nasty, right? So yeah.
I
Mm.
pray it don't. I pray it don't. Like I say, he human, she human. But like, hey, your work is your work.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just pray whoever wins the upcoming election, they can bring the city together. And right here, they might get mad at me, but I'm gonna do say this. Just say, let's say Weaver win. I would
Hmm.
love to see Jaleel, but Jaleel, I would love y'all to have a sit down and talk. But I would love to see the Man Up program get funded. You know what I'm saying? I would love, I would love to see it. We have a strong mayor who gonna come in and let black companies. I'm just not gonna say mine. I'm gonna say black companies. I'm gonna say minorities, black companies get some of these contracts with the city. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I want to see the city buy some of their garbage trucks back so we can hire people back within the city.
Hmm.
That's what I'm banking. I will hope whoever will come in with mayor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what needs to be done because I ain't looked, but I know WT
I
Stevens
think it's
ain't
a lot of
gonna
things that we need back, that the emergency manager took away, that needs to come back. Honestly.
do. And I wish we had, like I said, Neely in there. I wish we'd have had a mayor too who gonna come in and get over there. And I'm not throwing no shots and nothing, but go over there and I can sit down and can help with the school thing going on. You know what I'm saying, with the school board. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go over there. I ain't saying facilitate. Maybe get the school board, the superintendent, get down where they can have a sit down, man, and figure some things out, and go over at the county and get their money back for the kids. It shouldn't be Art was just fighting like that without other. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had activists, but I feel like it should have been all 9 council people over there fighting with him
Yeah, I
for the
get it.
school. You know what I'm saying? Getting the money back.
Definitely.
I'm just saying with whoever the new, whoever with the next mayor or something or the state rep.
I think that I think that whoever gets in the seat has to be cognizant of the disservice is that has been taking place from the people of the past, and even the current and things going on, even as far as even as it relates to the this punk ass water settlement. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. Yes, crazy.
Yeah, I just think that that if the people that get put in place this next time don't have the people at the forefront of their mind, then they're gonna be doing the city an injustice and a disservice. It's just as simple as that. And also, with that being said, whomever that gets placed in this position going forward needs to be held accountable, right? They do. We gotta have some accountability. And we have to make sure that these people have accountability. So if they have their platform or whatever platform that they stand on, and we agree with that, and we say, yeah, okay, yeah, we cool with that. Like, yeah, that sounds good. Now, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna? But we need to hold them accountable on A, B, C, and D. If that's what they're standing on is A, B, C, and D, we need to make them stand on that shit.
Mm. You know why the reason I say fund the man up program?
Hmm.
Only reason I'm saying that because you would rather have people of our own going out to the deal with our youngin before the police get there. We
Yeah.
need to do preventative programs too. You
We
know
need to
what
do that for our whole city and our neighborhoods, period.
That's why I say we need the man, and then people need to
Police our
come
own
out
stuff
there.
anyway. You know how I feel about that. You
Right,
already know where I stand with
right,
the police thing. You already know how I feel about us
right.
policing our own neighborhood. So I wholeheartedly agree with that.
No,
That's the, that's one of the reasons why I support that. That's one of
right.
the reasons why I have one of those orange shirts. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Because
support that. I support Jaleel and Captain D in that, and Brother D in that. I wholeheartedly support that.
that's why I feel like that's my other knock, and I'm not trying to bash them. That's why I say whoever win this upcoming election, they need to do that. If you really want to stop crime, put the brothers, put the brothers, the nation to work. You done tried everything else, like just
Let
coming
me
in
tell you
and
what I
bringing
also
police.
believe. Let me tell
Talk
you what
to
I
me.
also believe.
Talk
I
to me.
believe that the urban peace corps and the man up peacekeepers should merge and come together. They don't have to change their names or whatever, but I think that they should work together and make it a bigger form.
No, they should do it because reason I say this, why I say the nation, because I looked. I remember an article when they talked about in D.C. when they had one project, they had stopped the drug selling. This was back in the '80s, though. They had dropped this drug selling, and they had stopped a lot of things that was going on.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you want to do that? Like, why wouldn't you want? Like, I'm just this one thing. We can't keep having these think tanks, and I'm not knocking white people in no form or fashion, so don't get it that way. But
Absolutely.
we can't keep having people outside that's not part of the family trying. I'm not saying you can't help, but you cannot be outside of the family and trying to help us to get our minds together.
Hmm.
We have to, because we got a lot of personal issues going on in the black family.
You know what? I also think that I think that with you saying that, like we have to be within our own family and work within our own family. But you're right though, because I know that I remember my grandmother, even when I was a little girl, I can always remember her saying, "Charity starts at home and then spreads abroad." Right. So if you don't have your core and your foundation strong, how can you go out and make it strong with other people, right? And I think that even with activists and um, nonprofit organizations and people that are in these positions that are claiming to do these things, like as Brenda was saying about even Mayor Neely, like it's just a photo op. I feel like that's a lot of what's even going on with some of these so-called activists and things like that, that they're not doing the work for real. They are looking for the photo op, or they're going out and they're doing this and they're talking about it or whatever. Like that's just like people. Let me tell you, like one thing that burns me up and gets on my nerves, like people that record or take pictures of themselves giving homeless people money or a meal or food or whatever. I think that defeats the purpose of you doing that, because if you have to have a photo op or something just to say that you did it, is defeating the purpose, because you're not doing it out of the kindness of your heart or doing it because that was on your heart or on your mind to do. You're
Right.
doing it for somebody to give you a pat on the back because you want a fucking trophy. That's silly. And I think that those are the things that's going on right now in our communities too. We got these fake ass activists that's around, and every time you turn around, they take a picture. Hey, you want to get this picture? And got the arm around. That shit is dead, right? You got some of these nonprofits that's going on, and they claim that they're going out and they for the children and they for the homeless and they for all of this, but they're not though. They're
Right.
getting their money and they're not doing nothing with it for real. Because I'm gonna tell you, like this ARPA fund money came up, and when I tell you, I've never seen so many nonprofits prop up. I'm just like, damn, what if we got all of this going on in the city of Flint? Why in the fuck do we look like this? If we got all of this type of stuff going on, why are we in this situation? Why have never heard of these things? And it's not even just me. Like I asked some people, they're like, I ain't never heard of none of that. Some people that's really out here doing this work for real. I never heard of that. I didn't know that was going on. That's crazy to me. And if we're gonna continue to allow those type of things, that shit, oh my God, I hate that so bad. Like it just, if we're gonna continue to allow those type of things, like, yeah, listen, if y'all friends with me on Facebook, y'all don't even gotta be friends with me on Facebook. My
Hmm.
my page is public. I really don't care who on it. Y'all not gonna see none of that from me. I don't take pictures with people just because. I have worked with Jaleel quite a few times. I done been to some of those man up peacekeeper meetings. I've helped them at some of those things, and I've never taken a photo. I've never posted. I mean, we took photos or whatever, right? Not saying I've never taken a photo with them. I have, but I've never just said, "Hey, Jaleel, come and let's take this picture and put it on Facebook." Like I've never done that. I've been around Jaleel. Jaleel's come to almost all of the engagements that we had, and we've never putting up no just photo op pictures. I've seen Jaleel do a lot of work. I ain't never seen him just post a bunch of pictures, right? A lot of people that I haven't that's out here doing the work. I don't you listen, y'all don't know how many times I done stood out there. We're giving our water after church when I was at church and doing all kinds of stuff and all kinds of things that I've been activated in. I ain't taking no pictures and doing none of that because it's not about that. It's not about that for me. The photo op is not. It's not about that for me. Even the people that I meet here and I'm doing these things like this, I ain't taking no pictures and doing that
Yeah, I don't
because
like.
that's not what it's about.
Mm,
And if that's all that you're gonna do when you are on a platform like that, what you're doing it for? I
yeah,
don't need a trophy. I don't need nobody to pat me on my back. I'm doing it for. I'm doing it because I love my city and I love the people in it and I want to see it prosper because I fucking live here. I don't want to live in no squalor.
you
Why
right
should
about
you?
that.
I tell people all the time when I'm out here and I see somebody, I'm like, don't litter. Pick that up. I don't care where we at. And I don't care how you feel about it because I don't want to live in squalor. I don't even want to be around no. I don't even want to go through nowhere where it looks like that. Get that shit up. Pick that up. It's a trash over there. Put it in your pocket till you get somewhere with a trash can. Because I don't want to live like that. I don't want to see the city like that. That's why when I went to that last ARPA funds meeting and I spoke about it. But what I said was, what y'all gonna do to get me back in the city? Because I don't live in the city. I did. But what you gonna do to get me back there? I can't come back to the city with it like that. Where the fuck am I gonna live? Y'all ain't even got nowhere decent for me to fucking live. Can't go buy it. I can't just shoot out there and go buy a house, a nice house. I can't even rent one. What y'all want me to do? I can't even go out there and use the water. Man, I used to have eczema so bad as a kid. You think I could go out there and use that water, man? Y'all ain't about to. I will be messed up. My skin sensitive as shit. I can't do that. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all want the numbers back up in Flint? Y'all want the numbers back up in Flint? I'm talking to whomever is sneak watching this, which could be current Mayor Neely, former Mayor Reed, whoever on the council watching this. What you gonna do to get me back? What you gonna do to get me back? What you gonna do to get any of us back to the city of Flint? For those people that live in Grand Blanc, that live in Clio, that live in Flushing, that live in Davison, that live in Burton, and all those places around there. What are you gonna offer us? What are you gonna do to get us back?
But can I help you? Can I answer that question for you?
Yeah.
First, you got to fix these damn potholes. That have you seen the street? I done messed up 2 tires, and I had to go buy some tires because I ain't got time. Tired. Then the quality of life, like you say, you gotta have better. Don't get me wrong. We gotta have safer neighborhood, and all the time just bringing more police. I don't want no police state. I mean, we in a police state, but I don't want no. Listen,
we need some housing, Mick, because even if we clean that up, even if you clean that up, where are we gonna live at?
Because you heard what Quincy said, 32 million to if you tear all the blight up. So what you gonna do? Is you gonna build some more houses right there on that land?
But remember what I said. I said if you gonna do that, why don't you take part of your money? Even if you say, okay, we gonna take 16 million.
Right.
Let's say you tore down all the houses. Now you got all this empty space. But what I said was, if he say 30, it's gonna take 32 million. Yeah, okay. But what if you took 16 of it and you got with HUD and you say, hey, I got 16 million. Can you match my 16 million? And in these houses where it's been torn down and in these vacant spots, we put up some housing. Because where the fuck I'm gonna live at? I can't just go find a house, a decent house, a nice house. Because I don't want to live in shit. And I don't want to get a house. I don't want to get a house that I gotta put $1 million worth of work into.
But they can build them new houses.
It's gotta be affordable for some people too.
Yeah, because you just
ain't got good credit.
Yeah, because that little thing that they calling this new gentrification, that's just meaning we gonna have the property high with the people who've been in. See, this is my thing. I don't want to see them fix it up, and the people who've been living there all their life don't get to live in better neighborhoods. I mean, living it once it get good. You know what I'm saying? If they ever do decide, but the first thing they need to do is get that water system together.
Definitely.
That's crazy that, you know what I'm saying, people still bathing in that water.
And have to pay for it.
That's sad.
That's unacceptable.
But I'm saying,
I shouldn't have to pay for some shit I can't use for.
And I'm with you with them people with them 501c3s, them nonprofit. I'm like this. If you got a program, like you were saying when you was at the Hyper Funds, that's why I love what you had got up there and said. All of them who got all these different ideas and things, why y'all not coming together? Why they study trying, like you said, you want to get 10,000 here, 20,000 here. Won't y'all go get a building and maybe y'all can ask for $1 million? And then
that's what I'm saying. That's my point, Mick. We got to stop asking for crumbs and get the whole damn loaf. Because if all 6 of us get together and we say, hey, we come to the table and we like, hey, we need $600,000.
Mike, because
And
what?
we get in a building and we all have a building for all of these things and we all in there. So everybody get a piece of the pie.
No, exactly what Jaleel was saying when he just talking about that agriculture and all them different we can bring auto mechanics, you can bring tool and die.
Mhm.
See, a lot of the things I understand why I was saying that they trying to bring that back into school, but why they having that problem? We need to have some of these people, like even like Jaleel electrician. They should
Yeah,
be
and
able
he's also been putting in those
to.
filtration systems.
That's what I'm saying. Jaleel should be able to have it should be what he teaching the class of that at to brothers. I'm not saying no one Jaleel. I'm gonna tell you right now, hire me when you get the job, when you get this. But him and brother D them should be able to get their programs. They should be able to fund these like all these buildings we got, these old schools. Get the funding, get the programs, put them up in there. And then, because like we need money. That's the thing. You need
Yeah,
money to fund some of these programs. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? We need
Yeah,
money. Because right now, if you say education, you can get the young ones. You can go in. You probably got some people who will want to come. That's dedicated into that doing. I'm just not saying we giving people the same old people who get money and they work ain't really doing nothing. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about really giving the people because right now, like computers, we know the way the world going is technology. You got to know how to work these computers. It's just different things. Like I'm not saying we should be educating our kids into more. You know what I'm saying? Getting them updated like how other countries are with their kids. That's all I'm saying. What I'm trying to say.
absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
we should have these because if we study action, if we begging the school system to do this and that, sometimes I feel like some of these activists they should take some of this. You know, get some of these. It's some who are doing it. It's some I just ain't seen enough of them. Like I feel like they should be funding Mother Deloney that freedom school. She said she
They
should
should
have been.
be, but they should be at the table too when these meetings come up and whatever. Whether they feel positive about it or negative about it, biased
Right,
about it, unbiased about it, whatever. They should be there, and
yeah,
they
they
should be
should.
speaking up, right?
Right,
They should be saying something.
yeah, they should be there. They need to be at this because you study throwing these gyms up. So what are you telling the kids? You got to be an athlete. 'Cause that's all they saying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying cutting, but I'm just saying it
I agree
wouldn't
with you, and
it
you know how,
wouldn't hurt.
I'm an advocate for sports, but I'm an advocate for everything else too because I'm really a nerd for real.
No
I tell
doubt.
people that all the time.
But
So I advocate even when but remember when I got up and spoke and I said
yeah.
because Mr. Mumford was there and I said I would love to see Mr. Mumford have his because he taught my children how to play chess.
No,
My
we need.
daughter got a million fucking trophies from playing chess, and she learned how to play when she was in kindergarten. He taught her how to play, and she was great at it, right? And I said I
Right.
would love to see the programs come back and him to do that because that's not in the school anymore, and he was doing that for forever. And I would love to see them, or even chess in a park and all of that type of stuff in the summertime, so they don't have to be cooped up in a building, right? But they don't have to be, but it doesn't have to be that. I would love for them to have graphic design or computer animation because a lot of these kids are in the anime and they can do it themselves.
No, it's just that's what I'm saying. It's these things that should be offered.
Definitely.
No, you right, Jaleel. We really do need, but that's the thing. That's why, Jaleel, we try to have this program. You need Jaleel. Is you gonna be free Wednesday, man? You need to get Jaleel. We need to get bro. You know what? We need to get Brother D on. Man, reach out to Brother D for us, Jaleel. Would you mind letting Brother D have a segment on your Wednesday show? Shatar, do you want to do a Monday show? Let Brother D come on. Have about a 15-minute segment or something.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm just asking you because
No, I don't mind.
we
I
need
don't
to
mind.
do
Remember, he was supposed to come on anyway, and he couldn't get it.
yeah.
We couldn't get him
Jaleel,
on,
when
so
you
I
talk to
got
Brother
his back.
D for us, maybe he need to get him. We need to bring the militant brother on, man.
Brenda Boyd said, "Okay, answer this. What do you have to do to be an activist? Like, just all of a sudden, you just start calling yourself an activist, or is there a ceremony or something?
This Brenda
I
Boy
think.
gonna get people in trouble. Like, Brenda, stop.
Well, Brenda, um, I think in order to be an activist, you have to be active in fighting for the cause and in these in the plight and the problems around things, you know. And I just don't think that it's just one of those things where it's just once or twice, right? I don't think that it's just one of those things where you just show up when you feel like it's a photo opportunity, right? It's one of those things where you're diligent at and you are continuously at it and you are continuously talking about it and you're continuously doing the things that are in need and of help for the people and for the progress.
You see what she said?
She said, "I'm just asking. Like I don't know because yeah, I get it. I
Yeah,
understand."
no, because
So yeah, I think that that is what constitutes you as an activist. You know, like I would consider Ms. Claire McClinton an activist, a water warrior, an activist for water, because she has been very diligent in that, right? I think it's by your actions, not by just calling yourself an activist. It's by those things that you do. So, you know, I don't think that I you got to be active
man,
and you got to be activated. So I don't think just by saying that you're an
I'm
activist
working at the store.
makes you an activist. Because I don't call myself an activist, even though I am active and I am very activated in it. I don't call myself an activist or whatever. I say that you know I'm just a girl from Flint and I love Flint and I love my city and I love the people in it. But I don't call myself an activist. But some people have called me an activist, but I don't call myself an activist. I'm activated and I'm active, yes, and I wholeheartedly speak on the things that I speak about. And you know, I'm very diligent in the things that I speak about, and I'm very consistent in the things I think speak about. Like, for instance, not paying the water bill in Flint. I've been very vocal about that, and I'm standing on that. I'll never veer from that, right? See, I'll never veer from that. And I'm gonna stand on that forever. And I think that nobody in Flint should be paying their water bill. I think that that should have been a thing from the beginning when they said that the water wasn't shit and we couldn't use it. That everybody should have stopped paying it right then, right? So I I just be wanting to see change, man, and I just try to be the change that I want to see, right? So I
Thank
think that consists. I think that's one of those things that you can, I, I will put in the, that you can possibly put in the chick in the activist section, whatever. But I think that when people really want um, to see a change, they got to be the change, right? So for me personally, like I said, I don't call myself an activist, but I try to be the change that I want to see.
I might get you in trouble for what I was gonna say, so I'm gonna shut up because I feel like the brother Robert's spirit is coming over me right now, man. On how he go off on his tangents. You know what I'm saying? I just
What
got
you-
because when you just went into the activist and stuff, like don't get me wrong, man. This what I feel, Jaleel. I mean, I feel like
Thank
don't
you,
get me
Jaleel. I appreciate you saying that. I think that you are a warrior as well,
Jaleel,
definitely. And I stand beside you.
that's
And
the brother right there. But Jaleel, you gonna be mad what I'm about to say, man. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I might be coming out there because I told Sister Muhammad I was coming, not Linda Muhammad. I told her because I talked to her the other day and I told her I'll be out there Friday tomorrow. Jaleel, I might go back. I'm just gonna say this. I ain't gonna get in trouble. I think we have a lot, and I'm gonna disclaim this brother out of this. I believe artists. I know artists are activists. I do be trying to fight for change. But other than these other activists we got out here, a lot of them are some motherfucking Jesse. I mean, some Al Sharptons, man.
they very
A
much
lot of
are.
them is some Al Sharptons because
They
I'm
very
gonna
much
tell you, I am pissed, really, with a lot of the pastors. I got
absolutely,
mad love for brother artists, but I am mad at some of these pastors.
absolutely.
And in artists, if I didn't sit down when you had the interview with him, I would have probably been, I probably would have been mad with. I didn't know him, but him, good dude. These other pastors, let me tell you something. Them who sit up around these elected officials and they know they doing wrong and they going along with it, you know, when I be seeing them when they say they got the governor number, the this and that person number, I be damn and want to fall out. When I hear these Negroes be acting like they so in cahoots with these people, and then when you can't look around and see what's going on around you and see stuff is messed up, you got to be crazy as hell. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I get mad with the church because that's where the black people run to. We go run to the pastor for everything we do. Tell him he come out there on a Sunday. We got to do this and that. Tell you how he brag. He didn't talk to God. How you didn't talk to God, man, in the way your flock is living?
And you're not living nowhere around your flock. You living it. You living great in the outskirts somewhere.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't want to call no person
You're
out.
not. You're not amongst your people because Jesus was amongst his people.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't even fight, man. You got pastors, you got these people and these elected. Like I say, I go back to like it goes back to see. I hate that they even be bringing Jesus into this thing that they be
Yeah.
got going on. I
Mhm.
swear to God, I hate when I see, especially a Christian, when they go saying this. I get mad. I be damn and want to fall out because Jesus not going along with you doing right now. How can you sit up here like any of them? How can the people be poisoned with water and y'all go to church? Like they don't get me wrong. These people are more mad. They act like I'm just gonna say this. They act like Eric is the worst thing since Satan
Yeah.
been revealed. Eric
Mhm.
is this and that. Do y'all know Snyder is finna get off? Get some misdemeanor. You might people is dying
Slap on the
with
wrist.
cancer. I've been screaming. I mean, been yelling.
Cancer cluster
He
study.
been trying to tell them, and it's like these people don't understand what I. And you seeing your people get results from cancer, they get it, the next thing you know, person and be dead 6 months later.
Yeah.
And they acting like that ain't no people. It's just like I can't believe like some of our elected officials and our leaders, but then they Ben Crump come through. Here, don't get me wrong. Like all of them who went up there with that water, I am with that, but I'm not gonna say no names. But all of them who acted like that we gotta go get this test, this lead test, for we can get this pot of money. You dumb idiot.
That bone lead
And
can or
Reggie,
whatever
I
they
don't
got.
know Reggie. Every time I've seen Reggie Davidson been a good dude. I'm gonna keep it 100. I got no beef with him. You know what I'm saying? When we talk, but he'll tell you behind the scenes the stuff I be coming at with. I be like, I just don't get it. And that was my thing. It's like you gonna
But
take this or you don't take it.
here's the
That's how I
thing. But
feel.
here's my thing with Reggie. Not disputing that he's a good dude. Always been a great dude. Always been cool with me. Like I ain't got no beef with him. But at the end of the day, he getting paid for that.
Thank you.
He doing his job. He's supposed to say that. He's supposed to do all of that because he getting paid for that. He gonna come out like a fat rat.
And, and this the thing. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you about your, you supposed to go get your money, but then it come down to the morals. That's what I'm saying. When
But do you do it at the expense of your people?
I wouldn't see me at certain things.
Me
Don't get me
either.
wrong. I have done wrong. I'm not no saint. Me and my
Absolutely
cousin,
not.
we talk every morning about five. Before usually, if I call you, I'll be just getting off the phone talking to him. It's about the morals.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what he told me today. And I ain't gonna like we talk about everything. Like he said, he feel like Flint should build his own schools.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying on some things. When you got money, you build your own.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to see, don't nobody want to see anybody who comes spend their money gonna have say so. Them
Right.
just facts. That's
Right.
just what it is.
Right.
But it's like, when do we take morals over profit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's like,
We've been talking about that for a couple of weeks though, ain't we, Mick? Morals over profit.
yeah, because that's what we dealing with. You got these so-called pastors read that Bible. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, they done led they flock. It, it's just like
But what they do with it though, Mick, that's the thing. What they do with it, they flip it to make it you know, reasonable for them, right?
Right,
No
because
matter what it's like you'll read a portion of it, but you don't read all of it. So that little part is in relation to what you're speaking about and how you feel, but you're not reading the whole thing because the whole thing don't mean that.
that's what I'm just saying. Just look at the mind state. Like we got people who are, to me, they got the mind of Satan. I'm just gonna be real with you.
I feel
This is
that.
like this is like the mind of Satan. When you got 9 council people, when you can't, y'all got money, but you can't think about. See, it to me, it's like it's a big game. We're gonna go out here, and this is why I say with Neely, don't Mayor Neely. Let me say it right, Mayor Neely. I wouldn't like listen. If I'm finna be a puppet just to have this job, and I know Brother Robert's gonna get mad at me with what I'm finna say. To me, Floyd McCree, the first black, he was just a figurehead. He wasn't really
Mm.
doing, what he did fight for when he did get them blacks where they could move out, and you see the white flight happen.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? It
Hmm.
was a figurehead, man. I'm not finna, don't get me wrong. Like me and Brother Roberts, we go back and forth about that. But he was like, Mick, this what he did. I can see it, but it was still, to me, I would have rather you still been the mayor and we carved out a part where we should have kept the black area over there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should
I
have
feel
built
it.
up where we was at. That's all I'm just saying.
I feel that.
Because they
I
was leaving anyway. Did we, you know what I'm saying? Look how Flint went down. Just look how it's a design. That's what I'm saying.
hmm
You got a mayor when you saying you got 94 million. Just the moral things looking at it, you can't say, well, let's get back our garbage. Let's get back, build back up our garbage fleet. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm just saying as a mayor, like when you looking at the morals, when you saying, okay, I know the water not clean, but this is what I'm just saying, and I don't know what how, how to I can't speak
But
for the next
Mickey,
one. I'm just saying morals over profit, but
that also is the thing though. When it doesn't affect you, it ain't really at the forefront of your mind. You gotta live here for it to affect you.
that's what I'm just saying. But when
But
you
that's
see
the
it, like,
thing though. If you don't live here where it affects you, it ain't at the forefront of your mind. You don't care for real. But here's the thing though. I don't live there and it's at the forefront of my mind and it pisses me off every day. And I don't live there, but my family lived there, but I did live there. But here's the other thing though. Like you said, is morals. Is morals. And if you that and that's what he always claimed. It was my city. I lived here. I grew up here. Yeah. Well, that fucking neighborhood is still there, asshole. So why you don't want to protect it?
I'm just saying that's when it comes to the morals. When you look at, could you say you bring some, you start bringing it back. You got 90, because like I say, the 94 million. They need to be honest with the people. We're not going to be able to do like all these different programs, but the things we can do,
Yeah.
like what you're saying, when we can put these programs in one building and get it going.
Yeah.
And then you might have to bring out other entities in that can help. It shouldn't be where you just own everything. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, bring the garbage contract back. That means you can hire people in Flint. So that, you
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jaleel, you right. That's what I'm saying. But I'm looking at it like when you bring the garbage cup, start getting some of back the stuff that this like Miss Claire McClendon said. Let's get rid of the ghost of the emergency manager. Start bringing back some of the things that we lost. As you bring some of them back, you probably can bring people back. You know what I'm saying? You can bring up use that 94 million to bring up the upstand of what can help Flint, where we can get these things that we want to improve on for years to come. Not just spend the money and that's it. You bring that garbage, you bring back your own sanitation. That's bringing money back into the city.
Yeah, but and because that's the thing though. Y'all think I want to drive my ass to Lake Orion every day? I
Man,
do. But at the same time, I still got to take care of my family. I still got to live.
but that's the thing. They should be having like, but that's when you got leaders in them positions. Like when you can see a council person lie. Just sit up here and lie. And I don't like just want to call Eva Worthy now, but Councilwoman Eva Worthy. But when you done seen them just sit up there and lie, That's what I'm saying. What is so sad? You mean you gonna lie and say they was picking up your garbage? You got other people saying the garbage wasn't getting picked up. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part. But these people, you know what, Jaleel? I want to ask why ain't no Jaleel said why haven't no mayor truly champion repealing emergency. I'm gonna tell you, Jaleel. I just found this out the other last Saturday when we was at that Harper meeting fund. When Miss Claire McClendon got up there and said, "Let's stop the ghost. Let's do away with the ghost of emergency manager." Now, but all we can say is why this mayor, Jaleel, all we can speak on is this mayor because he's in there now. We know Weaver got him out. She wasn't in there long enough to see what she could have did. All we can speak on is the current mayor and what's going on. I'm just saying these are the things with the 94 million. Another prime example. Did we really need that helicopter to go spend that 300,000?
We did not. We did not.
See, we got to
We
be
did not.
honest with things like that. Like
We did not.
that was money that was wasted. Like giving out to me, I don't feel like, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be this. I don't care how they feel. I don't feel like shit. No bonuses. Be like you don't. I understand they saying people should get COVID pay. My thing is this: if it's coming out them hyper funds, no. I'm not giving out. Should no police be saying they should want to get paid with all the amount killing been going on? Pay you for what?
Hey, and here's the
What
other
the fuck I'm
thing.
gonna pay you for?
What
What
did
have you been
what did
doing?
what did the police just get funded for?
I don't know, but they saying paying more. I'm like this. I'm not
But here,
listening.
but my reason in asking is you funding the police for what? Because they still not coming, they still not showing up to shit.
I
They
wish
still
I
not never
would.
where they need to be. And when people call, they still take them forever to fucking get there. So you funding them for what? For them to continue to be short? It ain't like they got no more people. What are they doing it for? But you won't fund people like the Urban Peace Corps and the Man Up Peacekeepers, which can be there. They can have conflict resolution. Some things that they don't do. That they because they not coming guns blazing. They coming with conflict resolution, right? And they doing those things. You don't want to fund no programs like that, but you want to keep funding the fucking police to do nothing. I'm so confused at that. That shit's annoying. Now, like one of my friends got into a fucking accident. Called the police. They sat there for 3.5 hours.
Who you
Three
telling?
and a half hours. Told him, don't leave. Somebody's coming. 3.5 hours later.
And this, and that. Don't you know that 300,000 could have been did something different? Because really, they should have some of them cameras up. And I'm not with it because I understand that they want to be the universal snoopers. But my thing is that they should have them cameras on these damn streets. Don't get me wrong. You know how I don't pull off when the light turn green like that. Do you
Right.
know how they still be, man? Listen, I ain't seen. I've been trying to see where the police been at while they trying to give out these bonuses. Where the hell have y'all been at? And I be seeing all these people be speeding and doing all of this. I'm like, what the like?
I
Come
don't
on, man.
I don't pull out like that either. Cause you know what? When I was pregnant with my baby girl, I was coming from the doctor. It's so crazy. Cause I was coming from the doctor. My doctor was actually in Hurley, and I'm coming from Hurley, and I was coming out. The light turned green, and it's so crazy because I didn't even pull off right away, but I pulled out, and a no lie, a church van T-boned me. I was like 6 months pregnant, my daughter. T-boned me. Spin me around twice and I'm facing the other way, right? But I'm finna give you the coldest part about this story. It was a police officer right behind the van, sitting right there. Knew he ran the light, right? He was right behind me.
Right,
So when everything is said and done, they take me out. They like they gotta go. They taking me or whatever. They come to me in an emergency, right? They got me hooked up to all this stuff. They looking at my baby and all of this, and they come to me, right?
right.
This same ass police officer that was sitting back there. Now I'm seeing him and I'm looking at him and I'm like, you was the police officer that was behind the van. He was like, "Yeah, I was behind the van." And I said, "Why you asking me these questions then and you know what happened?" He was right there. This motherfucker told me I ain't see it. What? Let me tell you why he ain't see it. Cause it was a fucking church van that hit me.
Man, listen, I've been trying to see where they be at. They seem like they be late on everything. I'm just saying. I get if you ain't got enough, get some help then. Hire a man up. Get some people that can do conflict resolutions you can get out here. Because everybody not going to speak to the police. That's just, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Because we don't trust them. They don't have a good track record. We don't trust them.
But,
But why can't we hire the man of peacekeepers, right? Why can't we? Why can't we hire people in the communities, right? But but you won't hire nobody like that. You won't do nothing like that for nobody else, right? But you got people in place that beat up people in bars, and you don't do nothing with them people. You let them stay where they at. You gotta make this shit make sense to me. I just have really truly have to call it like I said. I ain't never want to be the part of police. I don't even listen. I'm not a fan of the police, and especially like all this other shit that's going on, and they just feel like they can kill us whenever. It ain't just the white police; it's black police that's allowing this to happen too. You know what I'm saying? Like they all in cahoots together. Just because y'all work together and you a part of that, no, wrong is wrong. I don't care who doing it. It's not, and I don't want to put no color stipulation on this because it ain't black or white. As far as that, it's the police. Period. I don't care what color you are in that. I don't rock with that. I don't like it. I don't deal with it. Then I don't feel like we need more. I feel like we need to police our own neighborhoods, and I feel like that we need to have the urban peace corps and a man up peacekeepers. I think we need to have those people in place to do that, to police our own neighborhoods. Because I'm more apt to go talk to somebody in my own neighborhood than I'm apt to talk to somebody that live in fucking Flushing and don't know my plight.
no, but see, they
They
got
don't
to,
know anything about my city, and you don't know my plight. You don't know my plight because you don't live here. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about my city. You don't know about my neighborhood. You don't know nothing about none of this. You don't feel my plight. And if you don't feel my plight, how can you don't have no sympathy or empathy for me. You just coming in guns blazing because you feel like we all goons.
that's the sad, that, what I was just going to tell you. I'm glad you hit on that. Like you said, it's the black cops too, because it's our blacks who selling us out.
Absolutely.
That's what
Absolutely. And
that
that's the most disheartening.
yeah, as I would say, the gatekeepers. These are the
Absolutely.
same ones coming in and sitting up here. This is why the city is what it is. And I'm with you, Lil. If they did put the residents first, Flint would be a better place.
Absolutely.
But what it is so many petty beefs, like Jaleel was saying, there's so many petty beefs. That's the shame part with the preachers. That's the shame part, that you got preachers, so-called preachers, the men of God, as they proclaim to be.
Hmm.
If God really came down here, no, I'll put it back. If they're saying Jesus,
Gotta slap the shit out of all of them using his name
man,
like that.
some of them, they don't understand. Some of them leading their flocks right to hell. They don't get it.
Straight to.
A lot of them leading their flocks right to hell. So all
Straight
them preachers who sit up there and like, I'm in Jaleel. I'm so lost with pastor. What's his name? Flynn. I'm so disgusted with that. Him not coming. That's what I'm saying. But these are pastors. I want to know what God they serving. I'm finna start back. We got to go back and see what God they serving, because they might be serving the devil. I ain't seen that no spiritual leader can't come down and sit down when it's for the best of your people. When you really trying to, when you see the hurt and the condition of the people is.
hmm Kathleen King just said, I just called the police on St. Patrick's Day because the young people across from me were out there fighting. And the 911 lady asked me how many people and do they have guns. And I asked her, did she want me to go out and count and ask, do they have any guns? And then they start shooting. She heard the shots. 3 police cars came, stayed 5 minutes and left. What ward do you live in, Kathleen?
But that's the thing. We supposed to be able to have some for these kids to do. We got to do prevent them because just like as you seeing that, that's when you got the younger kids saying the same thing. I remember being on the Sunridge. It was probably like 10 years ago. I'm not lying. I was seeing some. I was out there with my cousin, man. I was seeing some stuff. I was out there to come pick him up. Man, this my cousin came flying past me in reverse. Do you understand, man? These dudes pulled guns on each other, and had it was 2 and 3 year olds outside. That was 10 years ago. Now, what you think them young kids see it? Because it's America is sad to say this is a violent culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
violent culture.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if you want to say, look at the cop movie. The cop movie, he got to kill the bad guy. They got to have a bad guy that's out here, and he go kill him. No matter that the bad guy down there killed. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause these bad guys in the movie, they be knocking out down there 2 and 3. They be knocking down people, and
Yep.
then for him killing the bad guy, oh, okay. But damn, man, look at all the life and that was caused.
But we got that going on right now here, right? You
Yeah,
got
that's
the bad guys here that's knocking them down and just knocking them down and steady knocking them down. And then we don't have enough people here that we don't have. But you want to fund these police, and we still don't have enough of them. And then we funded the police. The young man got killed last night.
But you know what it be. But what's gonna happen? The violence gonna keep going, and what you gonna see? Because I remember watching one of the Minister Farrakhan tapes when he was like, "You gonna see the parents gonna be wanting the police to come because they're gonna be looking at the violence. What can we do?" That's why I blame the church because the church was too busy trying to get the flock in and collect the money and not being out in the streets where the people was at. Like the parable.
Let me tell you who else I blame. I blame these I blame some of these parents because you know exactly what your kid doing. Can't tell me you don't if they live in a house with you. You know exactly what your kid doing. You can't tell me if you don't know your kid ain't got no gun. You can't tell me if you don't know your kid wreaking havoc out here or nothing. You can't tell me that. I can tell you what my kids was doing. But if you can't tell me what your kids were doing, right? Then what are you doing? How are you watching your children? How are you doing? Like, what are you doing? We got to raise our children better. Like my grandmother said, charity starts at home and spreads abroad. But if we ain't controlling the narrative in our own house, how can we do that? You know, because some of these parents know their kids sell drugs, know their kids toting good. I'll give you a perfect example. At some friends of mine house, we went to her sister's house, having playing cards, and we doing all of this. Her little brother comes in. Now, mind you, her mama there, her aunts are there, hey, whole family there. He come in, he got a gun in his pocket, right? He got a gun in his pocket, stendo clip on it. It's just in his pocket. He come in. I'm looking at him because he looked like a damn baby. Yeah. I said, damn, you need all that for your family? It's just your family in here, right? Yeah, you never know when you need. I'm like, how old are you? 17. What?
Because
See, that's the type of shit we keep allowing, right? And as parents, we keep allowing that. Now, mind you, now remember, I'm telling you, we at a family function. They all there. And y'all see this gun up there in his pocket like that. This little boy is 17.
but it's the respect factor. Just think, we had. I ain't gonna say. I had cousins when we did, but it was like how they respect. I remember coming up, kids was with the kids. They was not with the adults. But
You
now,
wouldn't have dared went in there with your mom and them like that though.
you would have did that with your uncles. You would have been like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? But it's like now, like yeah, Kathleen, absolutely meaning be and a parent and not trying to be the right. See, that's what it is. Because
Yes,
you know what? You
absolutely.
and I've
We
seen
cool
plenty
ass parents.
and I've seen plenty parents do this. They kids will be. Don't get me wrong. My kids, we buy them their stuff too, but they grades is good. You have a parent having their kid dressed in grades is messed up out here. Like
If they
I'm
even going to school.
right. I ain't gonna lie with mine. You know what? I would be coming in with with my kids. My kids would tell me I was prejudiced when they was younger because they didn't understand. I was playing all the minister tapes coming in when I'd be at home. They didn't know what I'd be watching. But as they got older, because I remember I was asking my auntie, 'cause I was like, because I like, because I don't try to force what I believe in on nobody. I just try to put things, if you catch on to it, like how it was did to me. I don't believe in forcing nothing.
Yeah.
But as my kids got older, they'll be like, they see it. You know what I'm saying? They can.
You sparked the flame, and you wanted to catch fire.
Yeah, because like, no, I'm gonna be real. Like my kids, I do things, but I didn't let my kids sit down and see what I do and still be respectful. You gonna go up, when the dog says you go your way. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna be sitting around us doing that. I'm
I
not
ain't never
thinking.
been able to sit in a room with some adults when I
Yeah,
was coming up. But
yeah.
because if I even passed through there, I couldn't pass through there fast enough. First thing she said, ain't no kids in here. I'm like, hey, the door just right here. I gotta get through here so I can get to my room. That's
But
it. And she like, okay, I just want to make sure you don't make no stops. No worries, I'm not. But that's
but
the first thing. Ain't no kids in here. We weren't allowed to be in front of no
and
grown
and
folks in no grown people
and
face.
then I gotta speak on this person, and I'm not throwing no shade, but if he do say something disrespectful or throw some shade, AC Dumas, I will respond.
Yeah.
Somehow we gotta get, because we gotta connect. What I'm saying AC Dumas, we like people with his mind state. We gotta get them and people that's younger than me and you. We gotta get the youth and the elders be able to connect, because that's really the cutoff. Like when AC, you know what I'm saying, Fire, some things you might don't like what the youth doing or how they see life. But you're supposed to be able to come to the table and where y'all can agree to disagree. Will y'all disagree yet? Y'all just don't work on that. But will y'all agree yet? Let's work on that. Let's work on some things you agree with.
Everybody got to be willing to listen, and some elders aren't willing to have that conversation, and they're not willing to listen, and that's the problem for some young people. They're like, why we want to do that? They're not gonna listen anyway.
No, we do like, but that's why I say where's the disconnect? Because some of my elders are stuck in the old ways. But I go back to this part of the Bible. If you pay attention, who God took, He did not take the elders. And I don't know the exact number, but I remember we'd be floating around with my aunties, be talking like, what was it, from 20 on down?
Mm.
That's how I know they really not, these so-called pastors and preachers, y'all not really telling the truth. Y'all better tell the truth and see who God took to the promised land. He did not take the elders.
But you know who else needs to tell the truth? Parents.
They do, but see,
You got to teach your kids, and you got to tell your kids the truth too. Listen, because I've always been truthful to my children, because I didn't want my children to learn shit in the streets for real.
right.
Because what you gonna learn in the streets, they're not gonna tell you for real. They're gonna tell you what they want to. And I don't want my kids to learn nothing, because I'm going to tell you the God honest truth, whether you like it or not. I didn't sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth, right? Because I don't want you to learn the wrong way in the streets, because the streets will teach you the wrong way. The streets gonna teach you the street way.
See,
I'm gonna tell you the street way. I'm gonna tell you the right way. But after I give it to you, you gonna end up making your own decision about it. But I gotta tell you the truth.
well, Brenda Boy said, what if you get cussed out or blocked when you disagree? Well, Brenda Boy, you really got to look at it. That's on them. If they have a shadow mind where they got to, because you didn't agree with them and they got to block you and cuss you out, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's just them. You can't look at it, that's you. Because with me, I'm all the way, to me, it's just like we made everything just so like, it used to be a time people, just remember this, everybody didn't want to be known as a drug dealer.
Right.
Everybody didn't want to know. It's like drug dealers are like going out to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody didn't want people to know they was smoking weed or whatever vice they had. But it's
Right.
not. It's like with this generation, it's like it's nothing that's that's why you have to be honest with your kids now, because I remember, like, even cussing, I remember being the kid, you'll cuss, but if you see a dog, you'll wait till the dog walk by and go ahead and go, shit, that ain't going on. Even if you was smoking weed and you was 18, if a dog came by, you would put it out, you would just, or you would walk away from them. Shit,
They
it's the
will they will roll up in your face
yeah,
now.
it's like they won't. It's like it's like now they want everybody to know what they doing.
And then some of these parents they smoking with their children.
Man, listen, that's the worst thing you do is introduce your kids to anything. That's the worst
That
thing you
same
do.
17-year-old that I was talking about with the gun was smoking with his mama.
And you said, okay, Jaleel said, Carter G. Wilson said, it is nearly impossible to retrain a mind of a person once they are old.
Nearly impossible, but you still got to have it on the table.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yes. Our society, Brenda Boy, has changed for the work because what it did, we didn't got to where it's. See, I believe, and y'all can get me wrong because I watch a lot of the ministers, the good brother of the nation. We living in Satan's world. They don't want to be honest with that. They making fair seeming just like that. It's like it's so. But I mean, we as a people. I'm just speaking on blacks in general.
Mm-hmm.
We got so many dysfunction, like we was talking earlier before we went on about, you know, you know, cousins. I mean, not uncles raping the young girls and
Yep.
molestation. What I'm trying to say in the family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All these things we got going on. We like how a black man can go kill another black man. Or now it's even the women can kill each other. You can go pull a
Absolutely.
gun. Now, like I was watching on something they had put on Facebook with a girl with the fight and she had the gun, so she accidentally killed that. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like we honestly like it's like we like savage animals.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you can see where what's his name to kill Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman. He can
George
walk
Zimmerman.
around. They're gonna give him respect. We ain't stumped down with each other like that. That's why I
Right.
get so frustrated with the activists. Man,
Right.
we only activate when it's something that they figure it could get them. Man. Activists, you know what I'm saying. You supposed to listen to me, and I, it's about like I said, I didn't watch art during they fight. It's just Flint. Flint get pulled down because crabs in the barrel.
We definitely crossing bro.
You know what I'm saying? They seen how Art was out, like how Art even when he went out there and beat you to stand up for my man. What that happened to out there? I can't
Yep.
think of his name.
I
How
can't think of
many
his name either, but yeah.
how many of them went out there to go help him out there? You don't see none. Even if you disagree, but when you see attack on, I'm just not going. Now that was a real situation because she was trying to fry my man, said he did something to her, and that didn't happen. See, we supposed to nip that in the bud.
Definitely.
But see, we so caught up. That's why you ain't see none from Flint going out there to help him fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's ridiculous.
But they'll sit up here, but they want to show up to see if Eric Mays, you know what I'm saying about Eric Mays. That is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? They think, like I said, they think Eric Mays is the worst. They ain't worried about all this mess that's going on.
And that's another thing. We just all worry about the wrong shit, huh?
Every time.
Every time. Always worried about the wrong shit. It's so crazy to me that we could be worried about if Eric Mays yell point of order, but we ain't worried about our water still nasty.
Nah. And then they don't want the real questions asked. They don't want the real questions asked.
Jaleel said a lot of so-called activists are full of themselves and that repels others from wanting to help. You are exactly right. You don't know how many times that I've said that with several people, and I said, "Hey, if you can't get on, you can't reel this in and stop making it about you. You're never gonna get nobody to help. Nobody's ever gonna come to the table. Nobody
Nope.
is ever gonna want to deal with you or do anything with you because it's about you. Can't be about you. It's never about you. It's if you being an activist, it's not about you. Because at the end of the day, if you really that diligent in being an activist, you gotta be ready to die for that shit. and it's for other people that you ready to die for, because it ain't about you. But ain't nobody getting
I'm
that
being
part.
honest because if
That's
they,
not a conversation that none of them are ready to have. Because if you ask them about it and you see and they say yeah, you can immediately say, well, your actions don't say that. Your actions don't say that. And if you willing, it's about other people. And you gotta be willing to die for the cause, and the cause is the people. Now, if you're not willing to die for your people, you gotta be willing to die for that shit.
and this my thing, whether you agree with Iron or not, and just check this out. See, I sit back and watch a lot. They was mad when I was going at Ben Crump and them. And don't get me wrong.
I wasn't.
I don't fall like I don't agree with everything I do.
Right.
And I'm Brenda Boy, and I remember he just don't remember. He got on me when he had the activists on there. And that was me when I put the question on here when Rich Jones, not to go back over that. But whether you agree with him or not, you know what I'm saying? What the man do, he will go out there and put himself on the line, will go out there, you know what I'm saying? He will fight. Like I said, I would, I was not like a couple of things, like I'm gonna be one. I'm not with the candy. He for it, and I'm talking about the shot. I'm not
Yep.
for the
I know.
candy. He
Hmm.
for it. But I'm just saying, but when he out fighting for that, you know what I'm saying, out there for the kids to get that money for what GISD did, you know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? When we looking at fires that he out there fighting for the water, and he the only one I seen hollering about that cancer cluster. That was crazy. That's just like when Rich Jones. No, no, no. I'm not saying no, but I'm just telling you about art. I'm just telling you what I'm saying. Activists I done seen what him and do. I'm just saying he out there fighting for that cancer cluster. Man, there should have been so many people back and ironed up with that.
And that's another thing. You cannot like the way you cannot like the way that he does a lot of things, and a lot of and some of the things that he says. But the one thing that you can't veer from is that man gonna come with receipts, and he gonna come with some facts. Now, how he presents it, if you don't like that, I get it. But um, you want to kill the messenger and not receive the message, and that's a problem.
Right, right.
That's a problem for me. You want to kill the messenger without receiving a message. That's a problem for me. And that's the problem I have with some people in Eric Mays. You want to kill the messenger without getting the message,
Because of
right?
Eric, because answer this, Shatara, before not mean cut you off. Sorry
Yeah,
about
no,
that.
no.
But answer this. If Eric wasn't answering them questions, tell me who was on that council. Was Quincy gonna ask them questions of Needy about that
Quincy didn't
garbage
know a
control?
goddamn question to ask. He didn't
Tell
even
me who
know a
was gonna
question to ask.
tell me, was Judy Priestley gonna ask some of the hard questions?
No. The only other person that I heard even ask a question, so in that realm was Tanya Burns.
That's what I'm saying. Who was gonna ask? So tell me who on that council was gonna be like, do anybody see when the administration, when they be coming up there, when they don't be having info? Because that's what I say. I hear Quincy always saying, I'm not throwing no jab at you, Quincy. You can come on here, we can talk about it.
Definitely.
That's open. Shatara don't mind doing that, sitting down with you. But
Absolutely not.
y'all don't see nothing wrong with the administration always coming up there and not having their stuff together.
Yep.
Just like I saw Eva Worthy went to grilling, and they had every right to grill about the grocery store, about them not having their stuff together when what they wanted to see. You
Hmm.
mean to tell me that the that the administration couldn't come down there and have their things together?
Listen, also, with that being said, I think that a lot of this hearing and a lot of these questions that are being asked, I think that Eric is teaching them something too. And let me tell you the lesson that I'm getting out of it. And I ain't even on council, but if I was on council and I had a seat at the table, I would be. Let me tell you what lesson I'm learning from that. The power that city fucking council has. You should be learning and you should be understanding, and he's showing you the power that y'all got for real. But y'all too worried about his fucking delivery. Deliver said, I mean, Jaleel says sometimes if you deliver somebody's food on a silver platter, you get a better response. But when you deliver somebody's food on a garbage can lid, there will be some rejection and pushback. Well, here's the thing, Jaleel. It's Eric Mays, and he can deliver it on a silver platter with gold, roses, and cherries on top. And they gonna still see it as a trash can because it's because of who's carrying it. So sometimes it doesn't matter if you delivering it on a silver platter or not. It depends on who's carrying it. And so you delivering it on a silver platter. He can deliver it on a silver platter, because it's Eric that's delivering it, they still got a problem. It's just like I can deliver you some food, but because I'm black and I'm a woman, you don't want it. But if I go and get, but if I go get Dennis Pfeiffer to present it, they fine with it because he white and he a man. Semantics.
And
Thank
that's
you.
what I was just gonna ask you too about. God dang, 'cause you just killed me with that one. That was a good one. But Jaleel said that can be true. But
Yeah.
this the thing with me with Quincy. Remember when we was just at the Hyper Funds Saturday meeting? Remember when it was like when it came down to the land bank, the county about when he said it was 32 million. That's what it cost to fix the. And I do want to ask him to go ask him about that. Why you don't want to hold land bank accountable? You steady saying we can't make them do this. It's 16 million. We not. They gonna want. It's 32 million. They not. Why is they owning property they don't want to upkeep on?
You
Why?
know why?
You talk to
You
me.
know why? It's because of what I said earlier. They don't want to damage those relationships. He got a relationship with somebody in there, and you don't want to damage the relationship, but you don't want to hold them accountable either. That's bullshit.
Well, then to me, then he shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? When you not, then you not representing your ward right then,
Absolutely not.
because you can't go by and Jaleel, and this goes back to what you said earlier. Like Quincy said, he got a good relationship with the land bank, but every other person I done heard, they always say they have a hard time. So shouldn't he be trying to make everybody have a good relationship and not brag about how he got a good relationship with the land bank?
Not only do they give them a hard time, but they lie about the conditions of the house. They don't even give you all of the facts on it for real, right? So when you get in there and you think you got this problem, this problem, and this problem, you got 17 more that they ain't said nothing about, right? I've seen that happen with, this is no lie, I've seen that happen with over 15 people that have done that. But the thing about it is that they don't need to be in control of that. And you as a city council, is as a member of city council, why do you even want them to have that? Why do you want it to be so hard for the people in your ward to get a house out of your ward from land bank? That don't make sense to me. How do you say that you for the people and you for the people in your ward when you let them hold on to all of these houses? You let them hold on to all of these properties. You let them hold on to all of these land. But here go the kicker, because you got a relationship with them. You say, "Oh, well, it's not hard. I can get it." Yeah, you can. I guess the fuck you can if you got a relationship with them, because they are letting the people that they have. For instance, let's talk about that church. What's that pastor name? They got the church that on DuPont. What's that church? What's the name?
DuPont.
The what's that school?
Oh, you talking about Chris Martin? I don't even know what it took.
Now, listen. So all of the rumors from that is everybody was trying to get a hold of that, but all of a sudden he got it for a little bit of nothing. Relationships. And again, sometimes, and this is absolutely true. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? But that should not be the case. You should be wanting that to be a change. You should be wanting that to be a fair process for everybody to have a piece of it. It's enough of them fucking houses for a lot of people to get it, but you should be wanting that to be a fair process. You should not be wanting that to be just because you know somebody, you with the relationship with them, you can go and get it. And you should not be holding up the best houses for the other people, or the people you know, or your family members. That should
Right.
not be a thing. And if you on council and that's the thing, then you should be wanting that fair for the constituents of your ward. You should. Because if it was my ward, I don't care if I do have a relationship with it. That would be the opportunity for me to come to the table and be like, look, hey yo, we gotta do something about this. My people in my ward want to buy this stuff over here. They've been living in this house for 20 years and this lot been empty for 6 months. They want to buy this lot. Why they gotta jump through hoops giving you their firstborn child and a fucking blood sample in order to get it? That don't make sense to me.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you, the church. I've been so just lost with the church. You know, it's
And
like
then I'm gonna go a step further. Even if you do have those relationships, you ain't giving nobody else a piece of the pie. That's the problem. Everybody want to hold on to it for themselves, and they feel like any information that they got, they can't share it with nobody else. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
nah,
If you
nah,
eating, everybody else supposed to be eating too. But
nah.
you want to hold that information. You want to hold your contacts. You want to give nobody nothing else because you want to seem like the great white hype, and you don't want nobody else to have it. That's
Like you know that
crazy.
you know when they flock gonna get their houses. You know when
Yeah.
they flock when they die they gonna get their mansion in heaven because that's what they preaching. That's why I know them pastors when that if the flock really find out the truth that they've been sold a bag of goods, man, they gonna damn near kill them pastors up there lying like that. And them
But it's
pastors living
but
good and
it's
the people
but you
struggling.
but if you notice and you look at the congregations though, and you see they're a whole lot older, they're not younger because people are wisening up.
They're not because you can't just keep fooling them with the same thing. Reverend
Their
Pork
eyes are
Chop.
being opened.
Yeah, telling you he over there eating on pork chop sandwiches. He didn't talk to God, and you over here struggling, but he steady telling you, "Come on, give you this," and you
While he
looking
driving
at,
a Benz and a Tesla in the church every
yeah,
goddamn day.
yeah. He wanted, and if the people really wake up, we funding this whole project for him. But what has the church really kicked out?
It's a business. It's
We
a
go.
business.
They better believe it. I remember back in the day, pastors had real jobs.
Sure did.
I might get into the church game. It's just I can't play with God. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I can't do it because I'd be figuring like I know some of these pastors gotta know if they really believe it's something after this, they know their ass is going to hell. Even with this water, with the ones who set that water up, they
Mm-hmm.
even got them people to do that to take that water and do all that and take that money and when they do find out they not finna get none, they should just lose. They gonna be.
It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. They gonna be when you that's what I'm saying. Look how they went through the people they went through the church. To get the people to buy into the madness, they went to the church.
Mm-hmm.
And the church supposed to rent all them all been crumped up. They shouldn't even be able to stand up in the church.
Right.
No, Jaleel, I do believe that though. I do believe that. I believe the youth gonna come in and gonna deal with their asses. They think they gonna keep playing. They gonna keep laughing, smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Everything gonna be smooth. Yeah, we gonna do this because Jesus said this. Man, Jesus was in the streets. If they
Yeah.
really seen what he said, he came in the church. He flipped things up. Man, turned the tables over there. Just think about it. This the church.
Yeah.
The church is terrible. I'm not even gonna get off into it to what all the things they're accepting. We're not gonna go off into that, but I'm just saying the church is terrible right now. When a city done been poisoned, the church supposed to be putting buses together, go down. They supposed to be just like how them people went down to to Gretchen Whitmore, and she took off that she took off that restriction.
Yep.
When everybody was shut down, when they said, "Oh damn that," on that mass restriction, that's how
Because they backed her ass right into a corner.
was showing up at their houses, letting them know they'd knock her ass. Not me. This is what them people did. They was threatening her. She did the
They
right
was threatening the shit out of her.
thing.
Yes, they
They
were.
was talking about taking her life. That just show you. See, them white men don't play. When they tell I'm not finna sit in the
That's the
house.
same thing they did with about unmasking the children. Oh,
Yeah.
they showed up. You
Yeah,
remember we was downtown at the building, they come go rolling through. Remember, we couldn't even get through. They was
yeah, they
coming through
not.
on their motorcycles. They got Trump flags,
Yeah,
Confederate flags, all kinds of stuff. They rolling through there. I'm talking
yeah.
about they packed it up.
No, when they believe in the cause, they gonna fight for their shit. They not gonna go for us. We just go for it. What they say. We
Just
just
like when they
line up.
stormed the Capitol.
Yeah. Did you hear this shit with George? Now, this what I do agree with. I disagree with. Well, but I had to go back and watch it. Now, as far as when Joyce, did you hear the new president of the school board when they were saying that she wanted to put in a mandate for kids can get the vaccination? I'm get the candy shot without their parents knowing.
What?
But they still this. I could have swore I heard them say that. Now I don't
She
know.
she playing with fire.
Yeah, but they stopped it. But I think this was something that she was calling herself trying to do. This is some of the crazy. Like these are the people we got. Just we got it. We putting, man. We putting some of the. Jaleel, I think I'm not for sure, but let me go back. Allegedly, I could have swore that that's what I heard say. I
Yeah,
could believe that, but I'm saying, but for even people to get caught up in there.
they playing with fire.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm. You know what? If you talk to him, ask him that to make sure I'm right on that, because I don't want to put that at stake. Because I could have swore I heard that when he was talking about they wanted to put the candy in there for the kids. Her, now I mean, allegedly, miss. Because I ain't got time to be getting sued. We already trying to find a studio and everything. I'm hope, but I'm saying no. She wanted to, but they had shut it down. I think it was the last president of the school board who had shut that down. But yeah, I think I could have swore I heard him. She was trying to do. That's what I'm saying, man. We got some wicked people. That's in the black family. I'm hoping
They
it's
got a
not true.
lot of
That's why
they
I
got
said
a lot of
allegedly.
they got a lot of there were a lot of people at one point in different school districts and that were thinking that were saying that they feel like it should be mandated. Yeah, no, that's crazy to me. Also, I believe with that being said, that's one of the reasons why I feel like we should also have our own schools.
No,
We should
I'm
be
with you
teaching
with
our own
that.
children. We should have our own schools. We should be having, and even when the pandemic hit, that was a perfect opportunity for us to get schoolhouses up and for us to be teaching our own children. We should have been doing that. We should be doing that anyway, because now they got, they've taken the critical race theory out of the schools. They're taking learning cursive out of schools. They're learning how to tell time. They're taking that out of schools because they want it to all be, equal and inclusive, and they don't want nobody's feelings hurt. And I think that's the most sucker shit ever. Everybody don't get a trophy. It's a winner and a loser in anything you go do. And so, everybody can't win. That's not reality. That's just not reality at all.
Jaleel, you took your comment down. Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah, I
Well,
saw it come up, but it went
yeah.
right back down.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I'm saying if we do, that's why I'm telling you the leadership in Flint is sad that they sit up there and if we electing these people because I still ain't got no answers from with the when Eva Worthy, Councilwoman Eva Worthy, when she said when her students called her racist.
Mm.
Brenda Boy
So,
said, isn't that reverse racism? You don't want all the kids together. I'm just saying. No, what I'm
no,
saying
I
is
said no. I said we need to teach our kids in our own schools. I'm saying not go to public schools. I don't care if they're white or black. I'm saying we need our children in our own schools. That's not what
no,
I'm
we're
saying.
talking about referring it to the candy. Like if
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying.
wasn't saying that. I was just saying that we need to have our kids in our own schools. I'm not saying that, and I'm because no, I believe that white children need to be taught that as well. They don't need to
Yeah,
be sheltered from that. I'm not saying that at all.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, I'm
yeah.
not saying that, Brenda. I when I say our children, I'm just saying our children as a whole. That
But
we need our own schools, and we should have had these schoolhouses up, like their houses like they used to do back in the day, and we teach our
but
own children because we need to have that. Nothing racial at all.
No, but this what Jaleel said: mental instability should be tended to before put in position of authority. No, this is my thing, Jaleel. This is
Yeah,
why
you're
I'm
right
so
about that.
mad. But this is why I'm so mad at with that council. With that council, far as you got Pastor Gilbert, and don't say I'm sticking up for like I'm caping for like I'm saying this for our. I'm just saying I'm not going off on what happened. I'm just saying about the new president from the things that we've been heard. I blame them people that voted for her.
Absolutely.
Now, if y'all didn't sit up here and did this, that's what I'm saying to go back. You got a Pastor Gilbert, you got a Chris Del Maroney, and I can't think of you got Laura Mack, Carol. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to call y'all out, but I'm just saying, if Jaleel, if this is true, what you're saying, if they sit up here and put this and you know what I'm saying, because like I said, they done did this, man. That's sad. That is
Yeah.
truly sad. They ought that whole board, all of them who voted should lose. They should resign. As of you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, because if I'm reading this right, allegedly,
Allegedly. Hmm.
he said not just her, but been in physical meetings where it appeared the mental stability was in question. Well, I
I
question
question
the
people's
ones
mental
who voted
stability all
for
the
her,
time.
but I question the ones who voted for her, they mental stability.
Their mental stability needs to be questioned as well.
That's why
Absolutely.
that's why I keep going back to that Pastor Gilbert, Chris Del Maroney, because them was the new board member. If Chris, but I gotta make sure if they did vote it, because Chris, from what I'm just getting just hearsay, what I just seen on Facebook. Oh, the new member Linda Booth. If they did that and voted, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just saying who all voted to put the new president in place. if you if we hearing what her mental stability was in question, ain't nowhere in the world she should be the president of the council. I mean, of the school board.
Mm-mm. See that all go, but that's back to us voting, and that's back to us morals over profit.
Yeah, they just did some thing. Listen, we would listen. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not just finna put. I'm not just. I don't care if it's my friend. He could be all the way not together. If he not mental stable together, he talking crazy. I'm not finna put you in no position just to vote you there. Is you?
Absolutely not.
I'll be all right. You done lost your mind.
Absolutely not.
I don't care if I'm mad. If it's somebody my enemy, I'm not just finna put. Because if you put a fool in there, he can get his vote anyway.
But see, that's one of the things that's one of the things where we come in, and we just say that, like, I'm gonna take for instance. Let's take for instance like the debate Jaleel and I had, when I said just because you black don't mean I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna vote for you.
Right.
Because sometimes people say, well, I'm for all people black, or I'm for all this and that. Shit, you can't do that. You can't do
Mm-mm.
it all the time, because sometimes them people don't mean you no good for real, right? But here's the thing: when we put these people in place, and after I say this all the time. So I love mob movies and mafia movies, right? And if I say this all the time, and one thing they taught me was that you never give a person a chance to double cross you, right? So if you cross me and you already show me that you a snake, or you a slime ball, or that you're gonna do something shady, or you're not loyal, or whatever the case may be in this reason, if you already show me that and you cross me, well, I'm gonna give you a chance to double cross me. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying that to say, why would we vote Mayor Neely in again? Well, we want him to double cross us. Why would we continue to vote these people in, or we put these people in when they already showing us who we are? Wasn't that Maya Angelou that said, when people show you who they are the first time, believe them? We got to do that. We got to start standing on that, because we keep getting crossed and double crossed and triple crossed and our eyes crossed and shit, it's just crazy. Next week gonna be on the cross. This just craziness that's going on. We gotta do better. We gotta make sure that we start voting better, and we gotta make sure that we holding these people accountable. We gotta ask them what they standing on and ask them the hard questions. We can't be sugarcoating it and making it pretty for them just because we feel like that's what it is. No, this is a hard job, so you need the hard questions, and I need the hard answer and the hard truth.
And when I'm not trying to throw shade, because at the new president, I'm just saying we wouldn't mind to have her on. I'll let Shatara do that interview.
Absolutely.
We want to, if we don't mind her coming on, so don't take it like we throwing shade. But I'm just saying, Flint should demand way better people than
Yeah.
what we putting in office right now. I mean, putting on
Yeah, we definitely
on
do.
these boards. We come on. We got to do better, people. And I'm not. I don't want to be like I'm picking sides. So I want to take that back. But I would love to hear from Miss McNeil. To see what let her. I mean, y'all done probably heard enough from her. Now, Brenda Boyd, I believe you. I'm all the way with you right there. I
And why?
believe you. I don't
What she
believe
said? Oh
you.
wait, Brenda Boy said, and why listen to the same people that lied, totally lied. Plus now they're in position. It wasn't bad information. It was lies. You right about that? Mm, yeah.
Now, I know you're not throwing shade. She said she just. I'm just saying right now, this is terrible. But if they did this, but look at that's what I'm saying. I'm with you, Jaleel. But why we couldn't get no young people up on that school board? Why did we have to? I'm not throwing shade at Pastor Gilbert. I'm not throwing shade at Chris Del Moroni. But we couldn't find nobody. We couldn't find no 20-year-olds that's educated in Flint that we could have put on there.
I say the same thing about council.
Mm, yeah,
Same thing about council.
I mean, it's terrible.
And it's so crazy, but as much as I don't want to be in politics, and as much as I don't want to do it, but the way that people just keep coming to me like you should do it, you should do it. It made me want to do it from the foolishness that we got on there. Like somebody got to have some goddamn sense.
Yeah, now today, this the first time. I know I'll be throwing shade. I done threw shade at a lot of them, but I want to see what Judy Priestley gonna say. I want to hear this fancy word because I want to use this word, and I'm not getting in no other what's name. And I gotta say this before, because Sister Liddell, Councilwoman Sister Liddell Lewis threw this out there. Provoked. I mean, that's the new word I want to use. Provoked.
Who was provoked?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What Quincy did to me, Quincy, you know what I'm saying? I know Quincy a good person, man. What Quincy did to me was he showed his hand. Even though Eric had been calling him all saying he was a rubber stamp for Neely, that was not a good look. Ain't no way in the world.
He said he was provoked in doing that.
No. Remember when Councilwoman Liddell Lewis said when she was talking, she's like when Quincy and Eric was having. Remember they was trying to reprimand Eric, and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, sometimes people can provoke. I'm just throwing that word out there if anybody
Oh,
want to
okay.
grab that and
Oh,
say,
okay.
if anything, because you can be provoked. No. So what provoked Quincy? Because Quincy couldn't. I just want to hear what they're gonna say now. What's this new excuse?
But
Quincy
but
was
here's the
totally
thing
out of
about
line.
but here's the thing about being provoked and being in position, right? So being in those type of positions or whatever, like you have to have a level of maturity that you can't let nobody get you off your square and provoke you to be into none of those situations.
No, Brent, I'm talking about Quincy.
And Eric, right? So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
think
talking about,
that I
Brent.
don't think that I don't think that I don't think that yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have to look at that and see how in what context that was
No,
used and how
no,
that
I'm
was
saying
used. I
when
was
Quincy.
like,
No, I was going back to the council meeting when they was trying to suspend because and Liddell a good person. Don't. I mean,
mhm,
Councilwoman Liddell Lewis. Don't.
absolutely.
I'm just throwing that out there being sarcastic because I was saying how was Quincy provoked yesterday? when Eric wasn't
Mm,
even talking. He was just, you know what I'm saying.
I got you. I'm with
I
you.
just want to see how they gonna reprimand him when they was looking at Eric. Like Eric had these outbursts. What Quincy did was out of line. He was like he should have been able to control himself. That's what happened. If Quincy really watched them Senate hearings and them meetings, I mean them Senate hearings when they be grilling, man. It's and Jaleel, you should know this, Jaleel. When you having, as they want to call it, a kangaroo court, go watch the Senate hearings and go watch how they do them. They be want to get down to business. Now
Hmm.
maybe the other ones who was there didn't want to get down to business, didn't want to ask the tough questions. I get it, but what all I'm saying, Quincy should have been able to hold it together.
Again, like I said, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, right? But you should never let nobody, especially on no platform like that, be able to get you off your square to where you cut up like that. You
Yeah,
shouldn't let nobody get you off your square for you to be cutting up like that, and you definitely shouldn't be cutting up like that when you pointing your finger talking about somebody else cutting up like that.
yeah, like you got up there. It's like he don't get it, because at the end of the day, they gonna look at you as an angry black man. I don't care how, but you notice we didn't hear nothing about, like I said, the whole. You know what, Brenda? You may be right, because I didn't really like that. I didn't like how that went down with Quincy. I don't care if he get mad, he see me, he be mad or whatever. He can say what he want to say. But I want to see what Judy Priestley gonna say about Quincy conduct. I want to see what Eva Worthing gonna say about Quincy conduct. I want to see what Liddell Lewis gonna say, because now we can't make up no more excuses. I mean,
Absolutely.
Councilwoman Liddell Lewis. Sorry about that, Miss Lewis, but I'm saying Councilwoman, because you cannot say you cannot say you cannot say what Quincy did was council worthy. You know what I'm saying? He was no better than what y'all say with Eric. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he
Absolutely
really,
right.
to me, he went at Councilwoman Tanya Burns. That's what he got mad, because she asked the question and he lost his cool at her.
Mm.
You know, I just want to, that's all I wanted to chime in. So what you got to do tomorrow, Shatara? I gotta get ready. I gotta go take Nicole, get something to eat.
Well, tomorrow I have the baby shower, but that's it. Other than that, I'm freestyling.
Oh, for real? That's no Liddell. I don't know if Liddell on here. I was just saying. I just want to know what the council people gonna say, because they be quick, Brenda Boyd, to get on Eric, as rightfully they do, when he throws one of them tantrums, when Eric been then flipped out. But I want to know, is they gonna reprimand Quincy now, because this is Quincy. Then is Quincy getting up to be reprimanded?
Mm.
That's all I want
He
to know.
should.
And you
He
froze up,
should.
Shatara. Huh?
I said he should.
That's all I want to know. I just want to know, if they're gonna reprimand him when city council start back for the outburst that he did. I want to see this. I mean,
Mm.
he did this on the city dime and everything.
Yeah,
I
he
just want to
definitely.
know. So if you got anything you want to say, Shatara, before you close out your show, just let me know.
Oh man, we have some good content, some good dialogue. I appreciate all of you for tuning in and watching and listening to me and Mick, and coming on every week to see us. We gonna get some more people on here, and we're gonna have some good dialogue. Hey, Brenda and Becky and Miss Kathleen, I would love to have you all on, and we do this all together, and we talk about some things. Like I said, it don't have to be none of this, but my closing words is, I just want you all to think about accountability and make that be like a staple around here. Accountability. We got to start holding these people accountable, right? That's right now and going forward. We need to be holding these people accountable. Um, Other than that, you guys take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, take some time to reset and recharge, whatever that means for you. If that means just going into a place and sitting by yourself and drinking some wine and listening to some music, do that. If that means just journaling, do that. If it's meditation, do that. If it's taking a quick trip, do that. If it's just turning your phone off and just chilling, if it's cleaning up or whatever it is that gets your mental back and get you back on your square, do that. Do that. Do that because that's important. That's very important because you can't give from an empty vessel. And I want you all to be healthy and abundant and mindful and be able to get out here and hold these people accountable, right? Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to watch Yo What's Popping on Fridays at 6 o'clock. Make sure they are subscribing, liking, and sharing the 810 News Media Group channel. You all come on back and see me now. We'll be back soon. Peace, love, and light. Y'all have a great weekend.